Hello and welcome to the Easy Allies podcast. In the month of June, we have a special jam-packed Summer Game Fest episode today. It is going to be wall-to-wall games. We are going to dive into all of these games. I am so excited. I am Michael Heber, your host, joined by the flesh machine here.
Oh, wow.
The flesh machine, Michael Damiani.
I am a meat popsicle.
You are a meat sack.
Negative, I am a meat popsicle.
Yes. Fifth Element. Yes. In fact, there is a patron question. I don't know if it's bonus or not. You'll have to stay tuned. There's a question about movie quotes.
Okay.
And that is one of them that we say all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Making it all happen in the control room, we got Isla Hink.
Hey.
And next to Isla, we got Don Casanova rapidly cutting and editing and doing all of the good stuff to bring this content to you in an efficient package.
He's clipping out the reactions, baby.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Don.
All right.
That's what that extra chair is for, in case one of us feels like going in there. But no
Got it.
guarantees. We might just stay in here.
Yes. Yes. Because we got a lot of games to talk about. Damiani, come on, man. I haven't seen you in so long. Bring it in.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. In the flesh.
You know
In
what?
the flesh.
Did I tell you where I went to lunch today?
Sujita.
Yeah.
Iconic spot.
Well, just a quick backup because I hadn't had it, and it's been till today, it'd been probably over 3 years, maybe 3.5 years since I had last had it. I'd say probably 4 years. But last year during SGF when I came out, when I was here for 2 weeks, I was like, hell, I'm going to have plenty of time. I'm going to go there. I've missed it. I want to try it again. They were under renovation, and remember? So they had to move they have 2 locations or 3 locations on
Legendary
Boulevard.
ramen spot.
Yeah. They consolidated into the main location, only had the main menu, but they didn't have the annex menu, which is the one I like, which has the sukamen.
I remember.
And that's what I got today, and it was so good.
Yes.
They changed it a tiny bit, but it was actually for the better, because usually they have the garlic that you could scoop in and put. Didn't have to put any. They actually put their own in now on top for you to mix in.
Okay.
Yeah, it was slightly mostly similar, but they slightly adjusted the makeup a little bit, but it was really, really satisfying. I took a bit of the noodles, not supposed to eat those during the week, but I was like, screw it, I'm having a few.
It's a celebration.
But I was so full, I couldn't even finish all the broth, let alone any the noodles and stuff. But the other new thing they did, the char siu pork and the egg, it's not in the broth by default. They put it in the bowl now, and you put it in yourself now.
Okay.
And I was like, it used to just be in there.
That's kind of fun.
I was like, oh, that's I like that because I didn't like the egg mixing when I would bite it, and everything would spill out into the broth. I wanted
Do we
to
have time for this?
Yes,
We absolutely do.
Yes, we do.
People are here for Damiani's food takes.
No other food take. No other food stuff today. It's we're out of the way. We're done.
Well,
there we go.
Okay.
To double down on the patron questions, there's also a food question.
Oh, okay.
So stay tuned.
All right,
everybody. This week, we are going to go over State of Play, Summer Game Fest, and Day of the Devs.
3.
So let us just dive.
Trifecta.
We're just going to dive right in because
ahead.
this is going to be a jam-packed episode. We're diving right in.
I got this giant bottle. We're good to go.
Hell yeah. State of Play, immediately, Wolverine.
All right.
Wolverine.
Was it every bit as violent and gory as you had hoped?
Yes.
Any disappointment with that, or was it completely satisfying?
100% satisfied.
All right.
100%.
Yeah, I think you had to go with that. I mean, they indicated they were going that direction with the first reveal.
Yeah.
But would that translate into actual gameplay moments, when you're just melee combating somebody,
Yeah.
or would it be reserved for cinematic moments, like a quick time event or something like that? And this is everything.
Yeah.
And Wolverine himself,
Yes.
the blood on him, the taking damage and the healing, the regenerating. Yeah. You like that, huh? Yeah.
Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is just means so much to me. Wolverine as a character, as a comic book character, as an animated character, as a movie character, whatever. I love Wolverine. I mean, he's obviously one of the most popular superheroes of all time.
Of course, yeah.
And so I'm just like so attached to this character. And I've always said at Easy Allies, I've always said, if I were to recommend one video game to people, like when people ask me like, hey, Huber, like, what's a good game I can play? Like, I haven't played a game in a minute. What's a game I want to play? I honestly recommend Spider-Man. I've said that a bunch of times.
The original first one, right?
One or two, whatever. Okay. Insomniac Spider-Man. I'm always just like, Spider-Man is such a great game for every single type of player. There's so many accessibility options, difficulty options. I feel like anybody, whether you are like a once a year gamer or like a psycho hardcore gamer like us, you're gonna have fun in Marvel Spider-Man.
You recommend that over any Grand Theft Auto?
Why are you doing this, man? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? Everybody knows GTA. And to be fair, there hasn't been a GTA in 13 years, Damiani. I'm sorry, all right? But I love recommending Spider-Man.
I get it. No, I get it.
Yeah.
So, and speaking of Spider-Man, though, real quick, one of the observations you made when we're doing our reactions is how you notice like the Spider-Man like DNA in this in terms of the gameplay, your traversal, how you moved, how you engage with enemies.
Absolutely.
So, are you happy with that? Do you think this game is being unique enough with the Wolverine identity and not relying too much on that? Mm-hmm. And let's start there because I have one more question to follow up after that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little more grounded, if you will, because when, I think of Spider-Man combat and I can see a lot of similarities here with like the attacking, dodging, the flow and the feel of it. But with Spider-Man, there's a lot of zipping around. You know, you're gonna zip over here, you're gonna web shoot, you're gonna grab an item from across the room and throw it. Wolverine has a lot of similarities, but he's still like there. You know, he's not like leaping all around. He's right there.
And also like we don't know gadgets and stuff. Spider-Man had a lot of different like gadgets that you were using, always on like cooldown or had like a quantity consumable. Yeah. There are cooldowns in this, but they seem like related to Wolverine's powers versus like gadgetry. The other thing is like because it's like Wolverine's nature, and you love these heavy hitting games. Like you will talk about like most recently, we'll also like 007 First Light, like the melee combat, like the versatile nature of it, like slamming people into object stuff. Like, how are you liking how this looks in terms of? Is it like
when he like grabs that guy and slams him on the like little concrete? I was like,
the divider,
and just like the finishing moves, just the gore. It also looks like it has the potential to be really challenging. Like if you really crank up the difficulty, I'm seeing like a lot of enemy variety, a lot of different ways they can attack you. Dodging, there's still all of that. Like, I always played Spider-Man on the hardest. I love that. And there's just a lot of dodging, a lot of moving around. So I love that. I just want to bring up like how into the story I am of this.
Okay.
So
talk about
the story sounds awesome. The story, so they talked a little bit about it on the PlayStation blog, and they were like, the society doesn't know about mutants.
That's a big thing.
Which is really crazy.
Interesting. I think that's an interesting premise to go, that like they're not a known quantity to the like general public.
Which is even crazier because on the blog too, they say Wolverine left the team like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So like it's been years and society still doesn't know about mutants. Okay. And now he's getting like pulled back in to try to save other mutants. Obviously we see Jean Grey in this trailer. Awesome. We see Leech, which has a lot of big comic lore there. Leech, there's like a variation of Leech in X3, the movie. It's like a weird take on it. Leech can like dampen powers. So it's like it's a big deal there. And then, other teases, we've seen like Omega Red and Sabretooth. So, I love just the basic premise of Wolverine, like, going off on his own like he always does, but then like coming back to save other mutants.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
And speaking of other mutants, I mean, you mentioned some that specifically Jean Grey. You see her in gameplay with Wolverine, with Logan.
Attack.
So yeah, how do you like that approach that they could have like guests, kind of like fighters alongside you that you don't like necessarily have direct control of, but you can interact with them with setups and kind of like team maneuvers like that.
Love that so much, because you know we always think of Wolverine as like this lone wolf, but then getting any other kind of mutant in there is just like not fan service, but like super just fun. Like obviously, you know, anytime I think of Hugh Jackman, the first thing I think of is Jean.
Yep.
Jean, just screaming Jean. Like of course they show her like right away.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just know like. There's the set piece where he sacrifices his body to destroy enemies. That's just classic Wolverine. So yeah, I can't wait. It looks so freaking good.
Last thing, the structure of the game, because they said like it's not open world like Spider-Man. It's more like level driven.
Yeah,
you feel like that's like a good fit. Like I don't know how I'd feel about open world Wolverine myself.
Yeah.
Because Spider-Man can, as you said, can swing around. He's more fast. Like you really just want to run around as Wolverine and like like maybe it was like an outdoor like survival environment, but like clearly we're not going for that here, and it doesn't seem like it would make sense.
Well, that feels more like a Wolverine kind of like Logan is always like out rambling, you know. He's always like on some crazy ass like quest or something. So like a narrative like that seems good. Also, Mr. Patch
hype.
Patch in there.
Yep.
Crazy.
There's the possibility of so much in this game. So many flashbacks. He's finding the hand, it looks like, in one scene. Like, who knows about the cameos? If we're going this crazy with all these other mutants and this is Insomniac universe, like, could Spider-Man show up? Could there be a tease? Who knows? There's just, like, so much we don't know, which is a really exciting place to be, like, this close to launch.
Yep.
So... yeah, I love it.
Because the start of the September avalanche of games.
Oh my gosh, I know. Insane. Yeah. Awesome. Cannot wait. Super hyped. Like, you know, top 3 most anticipated this year because I love Insomniac, I love Spider-Man, and I love Wolverine.
There you go.
So, like, this is just a match made in heaven. Cannot wait. That led right into Marvel Token fighting.
Yep.
This is an intimidating game. I'm already intimidated just looking at the gameplay, Damiani. It's a little extreme.
Technical?
Yes.
Maybe. We don't know. I haven't touched it. So I'm not sure.
Is there a campaign in this? I hope.
I don't think this one actually does. I think that was part of the controversies that they announced. There isn't like a story campaign. Maybe they've changed their tune, but I know there was some rumblings about, or some people grumbling, I should say.
Yeah. So... I don't have a ton to say about this. I mean, I love a fighting game, but like, I play so many games in a year, and I feel like fighting games above all demand the most time to really be competitive. So it's like I just don't have the time ever to fully commit to a fighting game because I'm playing so many games all at once.
Yeah, I feel like for casuals, it lives and dies by either a story mode, which I think they did say there's a story thing, but I think people are expecting like a single player campaign, kind of like a world tour in Street Fighter 6, like whatever,
or even
what
Mortal
Kombat does. So, and they're looking at this saying like, how can you justify charging what you charge when other fighting games are doing more than what you do? You know, obviously licensing here is probably factoring a lot into like the cost, but yes, I do think like, you know, the story mode, like I remember a lot of people, especially friends who are, you know, just casually enjoy fighting games for like narrative stuff. We're into like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 because of like the crazy story stuff that they were throwing in there. But how far will that go? And honestly, I'm not sure. I haven't tried it out, but I will say like the character reveals, like I think in terms of like the legacy of like the Marvel fighting games is a big deal. Magneto, Doom, like they have a very big, long-lasting legacy.
Sick. I know. I'm definitely
people were
play
definitely
this.
hyped. They had Green Goblin, Carnage as well announced. So you know, especially you know, Carnage a big favorite. I know there's Goblin fans as well.
It looks hardcore.
Magneto probably like sent a lot of like longtime like fighting veterans into a frenzy because of his legacy and like Marvel vs. Capcom.
Like there's icons and then there's like icons and Magneto is like one of the most iconic.
Yeah, they call them like Knights of Doom. They're all like villains.
So sick. So sick. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. I'm just like, I know, I'm going to be honest, I know I'm not going to commit too hard because of just, the intensity and the demanding nature of a fighting game.
I'm going to enjoy watching other people play this on streams that are way better than us that are going to like showcase how cool this game is going to look.
Shout out Maximilian, dude. I'll watch you. I'll watch you play, bro. Hey, go watch the master. Then we saw Rayman Legends Retold.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know Isla and Dawn love Rayman.
Yeah. Which is real quick was funny enough that wasn't the game that was leaked. Apparently, there was another one that was leaked that was had a different title. That wasn't this one, apparently.
Oh,
because there was like Rayman Origins something where the logo was revealed, and that's not it. It went up live on like a store page too soon.
So maybe Xbox.
So yeah. So like maybe there's two Raymans, but anyway, this a remake. Looked great.
It does.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure Isla and Dawn are delighted.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys want to give your thoughts.
We're thrilled. Dawn and I are thrilled about this new Rayman.
Hell yeah.
A bold new direction graphically. This is just a classic game. Legends, so can't really go wrong.
Yeah.
Unless they, pumped it full of slop or something.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't look like. Yeah, I love these games. I've been a lifelong fan of Rayman, so.
Hell yeah.
I hear
Don mumbling.
They've always been super proud of their art, says Don. And this looks like it's continuing in that vein.
Don being proud of their art is very wholesome.
Well, he said they've been proud of their art. But
okay.
he's proud of their art too.
Okay. I love that. Yeah, I played like Rayman just here and there as a kid. And then Origins was kind of really the only one that I like really dove into hard.
Yeah.
But I've never been like all in on Rayman. But that's not to say I don't like it. It just kind of escaped my orbit a little bit.
He's just so sweet.
Yeah.
I just love him. I don't know. And the music is just so great. I love Rayman so much.
Yeah, it looks
very
really
much like
good.
like the style of like Donkey Kong Country types of platformers. So that looks awesome.
Then one of the feel-good announcements for me for the State of Play, because I finally got to this game about a year or so ago, Dave the Diver. I immediately thought it was the DLC Dave the Diver in the Jungle, which is coming out very soon. Psych! Boncho the Chef prequel. Holy crap. Out of nowhere. So we're getting In the Jungle and we're getting a full-blown prequel. And Dave the Diver, I cannot stress enough, like, this game is so incredible. It is so addicting. It is one of those games, another one I could easily recommend to anybody. It's just so addicting and wholesome. Like, it's once you start playing, it is so hard to put down because it really feels like somehow 10 games in one, and they all these systems complement each other so well. There's like quick time events, there's management, there's exploration, there's like a sim element, an RPG element, you're leveling up, there's just like
a lot, but not overwhelming, right?
Exactly. It's just all seamlessly blends together to create this perfect dish, if you will. And yeah, again, that one was such a surprise because we have known about In the Jungle. They've been cooking that up for a minute. So yeah, when this hit, it was like, wait, what? A full-blown prequel for one of the fan favorite characters, Boncho the Chef. He's incredible. He's your, Dave and him have a bond. He's the sushi chef. You're kind of the manager.
Heck yeah.
And it's just this bond. And yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, so like a bunch of mini games, stuff like you're talking like a lot of activities. But yeah, like learning the culinary arts of making sushi, like this, should be like really fun.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of curious because becoming like a master of like, the cutting the fish, preparing and everything like that. It's fun because funny enough, I've been watching a lot of more food talk real quick.
Yeah.
A lot of like videos on like Japanese like ramen shops, like the best ones, how they do their prep and everything. Like this one that they wake up like at like 2 a.m. every day to open the shop. And
Zero Dreams of Sushi.
It's morning,
best documentary
it's,
ever.
It's morning ramen. They
close.
close by 11. They sell only 100 bowls a day or something like that. It's like mackerel like flake flavored sushi, which looks amazing. But the prep work, and so like seeing a game about that, we've had other food games, but like it's always like nice to see that. And also I'm watching One Piece and Sanji and food prep and stuff. So it's like the dedication and stuff. I was like, like anime vibes.
I love that.
It feels good.
If you're watching or listening, I highly recommend Dave the Diver. It is a ton of hours of just wholesome fun, and it gets pretty emotional too. I mean, people, I like to say one of my favorite things in life, one of my favorite parts about being a human being is sharing a meal with someone. I think it is like the ultimate bond when you sit down for a nice meal with a loved one or a significant other or family or whatever. Like that is a powerful moment in life, and this game gets that. People will come to the shop, they'll tell you about their worries and stuff, and it's just all about bonds. It's amazing.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, next up, Komori, coming out in 2027. This is from the only Akuma Nakamori.
Yeah.
Legend of the Evil Within fame.
I feel like that, like my reaction there was like a lot of people's reactions at the end, like this looks interesting, and then like, like
that was fooling me.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this looks cool. Like, is it like a multiplayer thing? What's going on? And then she was there, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Much more in.
I think she is one of the absolute best artists in the biz. I love the art style of this game. I love the vibe of it. I mean, there's not much to go on. I mean, it's like a 3-player.
Yeah, it has unique quirks to it because it looks like it's a stylistic like multiplayer game with like shooting and like traversal. Because I thought it was like had like the like grinding on rail, like you're like a power lines and like but also had like character action combat at some points. Like it had like a lot of good mixture of stuff. But like when they explained it a little bit, like the little like thing they did, I forget what they called it, where they make the shape to like get the yokai to get the yokai, and like you take their power. So it's like kind of like got an interesting gimmick to that. I guess it's going to come down to how it plays, honestly.
Yeah, it looks like it plays well.
Yeah. Nothing visually is communicating that as you said, like this looks like intriguing or at least fun to play.
Yeah, the vibe, the art is so good. And shout out to just original IPs in 2026. Like, that is friggin' awesome. Born from the collision of different cultures, values, instincts, and creative visions, Komori is a game that only Unseen could bring to life. That's the studio.
Got it.
You're a yokai hunter, and you use the fox window. That's what it's
it was.
called.
I was like, it had a name. I was like, the fox window, yeah.
A power that lets them see what ordinary people cannot. Yeah, super cool. 2027, so a little bit away. But, Akuma Nakamori is behind it, so you immediately have my full attention because she is responsible for some of my favorite gaming moments in video game history, The Evil Within. She designed like the Keeper in The Evil Within. Give me a break. 10 out of 10. Evil Within 3. I will forever have hope. I will forever have hope.
There's always hope.
There's always hope. Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis.
Yes.
Coming out in February. I heard there's some AI.
Yeah, we didn't know about this when we were reacting, but it seemed like in the follow-up, like people were starting to discover that they used Gen AI like to generate stuff, and then like had humans step in to like finish things off.
Which I fully think is just corpo speak for "we got caught."
Yeah,
like, I don't buy that. But also, it's like, it's also like, okay, so you use Gen AI for the part where a human would have to think about something and invent it.
It's also a remake, so it's like...
Right, like what did you have to think about? The game was already there.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because it put a damper on what, like, could be like something that was pretty exciting, another revival of the Tomb Raider series, because you got this, you got the new one that's also coming out at some point as well. But I mean, people were looking at it a little bit more closely, and in the moment it looked fine, but I mean, I people who were looking at it closely maybe thought that some parts looked a little too like, I don't know, generic looking for what it should possibly be. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not the biggest Tomb Raider fan, so I'm kind of curious what people are a little bit more invested in.
I mean, it looked good to me.
Yeah, like what you
like
think?
you go back and you play Tomb Raider, and it's like a lot of slow, dry moments. You're in a big room for 20 minutes figuring out how to progress. Like, it is a slow-paced burn. You know, and they had all the greatest hits in there. They had her iconic outfit. They had the double pistols. They had the dinos.
Like I would say, like the gameplay parts looked more, were more intriguing to me. Obviously, coming from like the original, how it used to play, obviously, but
brutal controls.
Yeah, like I'm always for like people modernizing old games when they're going to do like a remake versus like a remaster.
Yeah.
So that maybe like a new generation can experience it, even though it's not truly the original version. It's like it still gets them maybe into it. Like it's what series needed. Like it's what Final Fantasy kind of needs to maybe do. Sorry, that's like one of the problems they're facing. But other series are facing this as well, as demographics are showing that like those series fans and consumers are aging up and up, and they're not getting any like younger people to break into that demographic of like like Gen Z and younger. Obviously.
Yeah. And I wanted to give a shout out to Flying Wild Hog because they're co-developing this, and they worked on Shadow Warrior, which is like low key one of my favorite 7s ever. Love Shadow Warrior, even the original in the 90s, Duke Nukem vibes. They did Trek to Yomi. They did Evil West.
Okay,
like that's
Evil
a sick
West.
studio.
Yeah.
And the Crystal Dynamics, obviously, who's been on Tomb Raider for a minute. So we'll see how that goes. Poo poo AI, boo boo, thumbs down there, but. We'll see. Speaking of dinos,
the
Lost Wild, not the Lost World.
Yeah.
Coming out in 2027. This looked like a sick dino walking simulator.
Yeah.
I'm in. This looked great.
Until, as you said, until Capcom gives us Dino Crisis, other companies and studios will step up to try and fill the need.
Yeah. Like, honestly, Damiani, I feel like all you need to do is have dinos, and people will like immediately be like, "Huh?" Like you have people's like attention when a dinosaur shows up.
Yeah.
Everybody is just instinctively like, "Dinosaurs? Dinos?"
It's like it's programmed into us because they existed, but like they seem so alien to us because like, wait, those things lived on Earth? That's everyone's like reaction. Like the first time you see them, like, what? Those are real? They're not like made up? Like, oh, they really exist.
Aliens have already been here. It's like.
I'm curious, like, how ultimately it would turn out. Looks, like the survival element, like they're kind of like watching it now, but the part where that giant like menace one who was in the Netflix documentary one they just did recently.
Great.
They showed the little ones trying to survive it, like the big one and like was hunting him in the open area.
Yeah.
There's a shot here where you're like have to walk out of a cave. I'm like, that's why I said nope. I'm like, I saw the documentary part of that thing. That thing is a menace. That thing will get your ass. Like, you stay hidden, man.
Isla, what are your thoughts on this? You in? And Don, Dino.
I'm into it. It looks cool. Don, I have the report from Don. He says it has a good creepy atmosphere, and it's looking good.
Sick.
And he had a particular reaction to that freaky, like, weird tall bird dinosaur thing that you guys are talking about.
I forget its name.
Cool.
But
Not the Spinosaur, but the like weird bird looking one.
Looks like a towering giant pterodactyl that doesn't fly
it's
or
like
something.
A pterodon or something.
Pterodon, sorry.
Or pterodactyl, yeah. We're in. We're excited about it.
Yeah.
Dino DNA.
Dino DNA. And just the idea of like creeping through the jungle, avoiding dinos.
Yeah.
Like, yes, please. Yes. Then we saw just a quick Phantom Blade Zero trailer. We don't really need to show it, but because they didn't show much. It was more of like a little, hey, we're going to show you.
Yeah, we have more
later.
coming soon, they said,
coming.
basically. So maybe Xbox, they're going to have a blow up or something.
Phantom Blade Zero looks sick. I played it last Summer Game Fest.
Yeah, I remember I saw it there, really and people were like very intrigued by it.
Played really well. It was hard as hell, so settle in. Then Dune Awakening is coming to PS5, and what really intrigued me here, Isla, a single player mode. What do you think about this? Are you going to jump in?
Yeah, like I've tried to get into this game. like 2 or 3 times, and I played it at Gamescom.
Yeah.
It was the final day, and I was definitely getting COVID. So my demo of this, I was like, what's happening? I have not gotten past the beginning.
Yeah.
Of this game, because it kind of just dumps you in, and I've found myself just kind of like running in the same circle of like rocky outcroppings and killing the same outlaws like 4 times.
Killing them,
I'm like not sure where to go
rocks.
or what to do. Yeah, so a single player mode would be interesting. It's also interesting because it's like, is that something people have been asking for, or is it a reaction to like how this game was received?
Could be both.
I don't know how well it was received or what.
There's a bill in California is being passed. The online games that go offline, you have to get like a certain amount of warning, and they have to have a patch that lets you continue to play it like potentially offline. So I mean, I don't think that's probably the reason for this. This is probably more like what Isla was like. One of the few things she was speculating is probably more the reason for that, but wouldn't hurt, to have start prepping for that, in the online games.
Another quick hitter, Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered.
Hey, anything that gets Omega Force, more money, so they can make all those cool crossover ones like Hyrule Warriors and the future ones. Because they said the 2 ones they want to make the most, that are left is they want to make a Mario Muso and a Star Wars Muso.
They said a Mario Muso?
Yeah.
That's so wild.
They said a Mario Muso? They said that?
Yeah.
They said that.
What would that be like?
The team that make Omega Force team.
They said that.
They said besides like Zelda and Fire Emblem stuff, they're like the next ones. They were like they were asked like what the most one they would want to work on, and it said like Mario, probably because they were being asked.
So Bowser just like clawing.
Yeah, probably.
Over
Yes, that would be amazing.
Oh my God.
Yes, this would be great. He'd like one of his things would probably be like summon like the airships down to like bombard everyone, like a big like aerial attack.
Dude.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
You just play Bowser, man. You can become Mega Bowser, too. You know what's going to happen.
And I want to give a shout out to Dynasty Warrior Origins, which is the first Dynasty Warrior game that I went all in for in like a decade. I had not been into, like, I grew up with this franchise. This was always like one of my number 1 rentals.
Okay.
I would rent
I can see that.
Dynasty Warriors from Blockbuster all the time. Right. Oh, like sometimes I would get the same one like multiple times. I would rent it, play some other shit, come back, be like, I'm gonna rent Dynasty Warriors again. Like, let's go. Because you just like throw it on, you kill a bunch of people.
That is a very simple game where you just jump in and like immediately gratification.
Yeah. So, but Dynasty Warriors Origins, I think, was such a strong entry. So yeah, hopefully they keep that momentum with 3. Next is a game I've been waiting patiently for to leave early access. I'm so excited for the full release of No Rest for the Wicked.
Oh,
coming from the Ori team.
Yes. Their next game. Yeah, you've been excited for this one.
Yes, I love the vibes. I love the art style. I love the pace of this game. I think of somebody asked me like, yo, is this what Diablo is like? And I'm like,
no.
And I'm like, no, Diablo is about killing a billion things as fast as you can. This is about like exploring your environment and like being in the world and like figuring things out. So like
you can play this in multiplayer, and there's friendly fire on your swords.
Oh, that's what you were saying.
If that's a indicator of the kind of pace and like how careful you have to be. It's basically Dark Souls Diablo.
Oh dear.
They want it to be like a Soulsified ARG, if I understand correctly.
Yeah.
But we found it very challenging to play with 4 people because we had big swords and we kept killing each other.
Yeah. 1 to 4 players, I love that.
Yeah.
You can treat it as a single player game, or play with a buddy, or 2 or 3.
Yeah, I don't know how they're the visual processing the visual stuff on the screen seems a little bit easier for me than the most recent. I forget which Diablo you had me play. If it was 4 or 3. 4. Yeah, there were some things that were like challenging to like process because it's how it's presented. This is just more. This is more traditional. That's like top down though.
Yes.
Yeah, which is I think maybe helps a little bit.
Yeah. And just the art style and the vibes, and of course, like
the
Ori.
people look very unique in this.
Yeah, and of course, Ori is
a
freaking masterpiece. Like
both of them are so good.
Yeah. And then of course Onimusha.
Did you play the demo?
I have not yet.
Okay.
Well, because that demo was the one we played at.
So you've already played it technically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
technically we played it a year ago.
Yeah, so I had played that demo a while ago, but now that's available for everyone. I'm sure a bunch of people listening and watching have played it since they dropped it, but this, I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy that Onimusha is fully back. We had 1 remaster, we had 2 remaster, we're getting 4 ported to PS Plus. We have this brand new full-on AAA entry. Like, Onimusha is fully back, and that makes my heart full. I am so happy. Cannot wait. Not much to say. We've spoken so much about it, and it's coming out in September 25th.
Oh yeah, another one of the fun September games. The I can count them on one hand, right?
I know, right? 184 games are coming out in September this year.
1, 2, 3. Oh,
yeah.
I don't have enough fingers. I realize.
I know. I'm excited for the world to fully dive in to the world of Onimusha for people that
I
have never
love
played
a
it.
good pull-in attack.
Same.
Where you gotta figure out how to dodge it.
Do I let them pull me in and parry, or do I run away to try
and go to the side to get out of its line of sight? It's always fun to do those.
Yeah. So again, 1, 2, 4. 1 and 2 are available now. 4 is coming soon. This one's coming soon. We are feasting on Onimusha. And that's not all for Capcom. We'll get into that later.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Capcom and Resident Evil, their friendly rival, Silent Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Townfall, baby. Take it away, Isla.
Heyo.
Also a September 24th game.
Yeah, dude. September 24th is absurd.
1 day before Onimusha.
I am and same day as Control Resonant.
I'll say I can't even count the number of AAA games on one hand anymore.
I know. Control, Silent Hill, and Onimusha within a day? Come on.
It is ridiculous.
Jeez.
I am so excited for this. I really, really hope it's good. The TV, the little remote TV instead of the radio, is such a neat idea. I'm sure they can mess with you with that in so many neat and freaky ways. The setting seems really cool. They went out to a town like this and really modeled everything. It had a lot of specifics about it. I don't know. Everything about this is really cool.
The lo-fi analog vibe of it is awesome.
Yeah, and this door with initials on it is
SH? Is that Silent Hill?
Who knows? Or is it some are they initials? I don't know. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, and I know kind of the, a little bit of shortcomings here and there, the having to replay it and stuff, but Silent Hill's been hot as hell. We had Remake 2 and F. Yeah. And they are both minimum great games, great Silent Hill entries after this franchise has been dormant for so long. They've got a lot of good momentum, a lot of goodwill. Yeah. I know, the downfall.
It feels like every big series, you just, there's eventually will be light at the end of the tunnel for these, it feels like.
They've been thriving.
You just have to wait
for Ascension, but Short Message,
sure.
2 remake,
Short Message was cool
F,
too, yeah.
Yeah, Short Message was great. 2 and F were great. 2, I think, was basically as good of a job you could have done at remaking 2.
Yeah.
That you could have done. And I had my qualms with how you had to replay F to get real endings and stuff, and the slog of fighting the same 4 enemies over and over and over again. Yeah. Got kind of annoying. But
overall, the vibe.
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible game.
Yeah.
In many ways. But yeah, this, I'm very hopeful. It looks intense. It looks like you're doing a lot of running, maybe more than fighting, but it's hard to tell from a trailer. They keep things close to the chest, but
which I think is so great, Isla, because the last F almost had too much fighting.
Yeah.
So let's go the other way now. Let's go full Outlast Amnesia.
Oh.
Feel the vibes, run and hide. We're going to be so vulnerable.
2 bullets.
Yeah. So awesome, Isla. Holy shit.
Yeah. And I'm excited about this main character. I think
he looks awesome.
Hopefully it's done well, and hopefully it's brings a cool storyline to the Silent Hill universe, because I think that Silent Hill is just such a rich, well to draw from, and I'm excited to see where this one goes.
Hell yeah. Next up, Damiani, I know you're as hyped as I am for Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thief, October 2nd, 2026. Let's go.
Very, very excited because we've been wondering when 7 did so well.
Yeah.
Very well received.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about
play it right now.
Things coming back.
Play it right now.
Things coming back.
Start installing it right now.
Yeah, and I forgot that one came with a remaster of I believe 5 or something, and this one's also coming to a remake of 0. I believe it's
Zero,
called,
the Balkan War.
Yeah, so that's a way to letting you get access to older ones a little bit more easily while moving the series forward. As you said, these stories, I mean, very anime, but not but I would say Top Gun anime.
Top Gun anime is a great way to put it.
It's wild,
it's grounded anime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Cobra Kai. It's grounded,
Sure.
where it's believable, a little ridiculous, but it's not going supernatural or anything like that. Now there are some crazy
Arsenal gear.
things.
Arsenal gear.
Yeah, we saw a thing of Arsenal gear. And the last one they had a giant sky tower that was in this one. I don't know if it's a flashback, but they show it in this. They also showed the giant flying fortress thing. I was like, wait a second. So is this continuity wise, or is this I don't know how it's gonna keep move forward from 7 and what it's gonna do from that. Also, I don't completely remember everything from 7 at the moment, so it's another good reason for me to go back and just go through the story again in preparation for 8.
Yeah.
But I mean, these games are just really fun to play.
So good.
And if you're
3 and 4 on PS2,
listen, don't ignore everyone else. There is beginner mode control. It's not even difficult.
Yeah.
It's there's 2 basic control types. One is it's easy to fly to planes, and more arcade style gameplay, and then there's almost simulation style where it's you gotta rudder and everything. It tries to simulate a little bit more actually flying a plane. Don't let people pressuring you oh, you're not playing it the real way if you did that. But
I want to play always.
Aside from that, it's just fun. And 7 had multiplayer too. It had competitive multiplayer. I don't know if this one's gonna do, if they're gonna follow that, or they're just gonna abandon it and stick to the campaign. But yeah, there's just the music. Oh, the music.
Such good music.
They have really great soundtracks in these games. Yes, very good soundtracks. Only thing is to hope this time do a little bit better job of banter during missions and the dialogue. Sometimes sound effects and shit could drown. There was some weirdness with that a little bit where it's hard to follow what people were saying a few times. Hopefully they take some of that feedback because it was really heightening, the tension and giving you more context to the missions by having that banter during the missions.
Good banter.
But we got to be able to focus on it. I would say it was distracting at some times.
For sure.
Yeah.
You are in a losing war. You're on the losing side. Ace Combat 8 begins with a losing war after a lightning strike by the Republic of Satowa. The armed forces of the Federation of Central Usea are struggling to survive.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a desperate fight. You're on the losing side. The enemy is just closing in around you. And it's just all about an emotional story. These games are huge.
Yeah.
Ace Combat 4 was one of my favorite games growing up because it had these sick cutscenes and these cool images and art, and just the story was the story was such a surprise. I remember playing that game and just being why am I this emotionally invested? I thought I was just gonna fly a plane and shoot other planes, and now I'm invested in the story.
I hope at some point all of them are brought forward because as I said, I really didn't get into it until 7. Everything I saw about 7 sold me. I was I gotta try this. This looks pretty cool. I might have rented Ace Combat at one point as a kid, but I never really played through the series at all. So if 8 wins, is just as good as 7, I'm I really need to go back and play the rest of them.
The story is through an immersive first-person cinematics that are a new choice for the series. They were inspired by the VR mode in 7, Don.
Yeah, that was added in later, yeah.
The perspective adds a lot of emotional weight to Ace Combat 8, capturing the sense of struggle aboard the Endurance and the pressure of carrying the war's morale on your back.
Jeez.
So it is a very high-stakes story, which I'm just so pumped for. And again, you said that comes with Ace Combat 0. the Belkin Wharf, when you pre-order. Then we had Stuntman Hollywood.
Yeah.
We have teased all the patron questions. There is a patron question regarding Stuntman as well. Yes, so stay tuned for all those questions.
Yeah, you guys like sniffed it out a little bit sooner.
I know.
Well, you knew it was Fast and Furious, but like
I know my boy Supra. I know my boy Supra forever, man. The orange Supra, Fast and the Furious 1. I will know that in a millisecond.
Did you read that they wanted to show Jurassic Park in this, but they couldn't.
Licensing.
No, it was due to the reveal agreement.
Okay.
Like, apparently, I don't think it was. Okay, it falls into licensing, but it wasn't because they were restricted. It was because of how they want to market it, I guess. But like, we're like, is this like a new Ready Player One? But like, Stuntman going into these iconic like shows and movies, vehicles from them. Where like where are they going to draw the line? Because they got like so many things they could draw from. Like seeing the DeLorean and hearing like Back to the Future music's like, all right, yeah, this seems like it could be really fun. Because I think this game for someone like me, you got my attention. With these crossover, how is it going to play out? Like, is it gonna feel good to play? But also scenarios. Like, are we recreating shots from the movies and stuff? Like, am I gonna have to like read? Yeah, like that could be really fun, recreating iconic scenes, but getting like the timings and everything right. Like, that could be really fun.
Take on iconic stunts inspired by fan favorite movies like Fast and the Furious, Back to the Future, Knight Rider, Miami Vice, and Death Race. The entire game is built around movie shoots where you perform stunts in all kinds of vehicles, including legends like the Time Machine and even a school bus. From the start, we wanted to show the path of a stunt performer through the making of big movies. Each film is split into episodes.
Okay.
And each episode is a unique level with its own vehicle and specific gameplay twists.
Okay.
From one episode to the next, the environment, pace, objectives, and scenes all change. Every film feels completely fresh. The director gives you new tasks. Drift through a section, hold a tight line, crash through obstacles, dodge incoming fire, ride on two wheels. Time is always pressing. The shoot runs on a timer, and the director will only allow a limited number of takes.
Oh, okay.
That budget, Isla. You don't want to have to reshoot things. Free stunts are where your own style comes through. Okay. These are the moments when a stunt performer can skim past a flamethrower, dodge an explosion in the last second, and take a risk for the sake of a truly spectacular scene. So,
are all of these movies Universal properties?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, I was trying to remember like if Drive or Baby Driver or like French Connection or Ronin or like which movies would be qualified to be in this.
Yeah. You earn stars based on how well you perform.
Appropriate.
And the more stars you earn, the more prestigious the stunt award your film can win. This is where everything that happened on set comes together into a single result. The garage puts your whole career on display. You have like a little hub garage. Okay. After episodes, films, challenges, and strong runs, it fills up with new items like trophies and keepsakes. We wanted in-game progress to be easily visible. So that's really cool. So it seems like it's really grounded and it's kind of like taking it all and putting it in together in one package. I like that.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Especially now we know Jurassic Park's going to be in there.
Dude. Must go faster. Must go faster.
Yeah, you know that part's like absolutely like one take. Get ready for the T-Rex.
Will Jeff Goldblum be in the back of the Jeep? Like,
oh, you know they're also going to do like the motorcycle thing from Jurassic World where he has to drive with the raptors around him and stuff. Yeah.
All right, next one of the games of the show for me. We had seen it before, and that is Ill.
Oh yeah, you're very high on this game.
I am very hyped on this game because of the gore, because of the vibes.
Of course.
Ill looks actually insane.
This
is like some of the best visual. This is some of the best like visual like gore shooting representation I've seen in a game in a long time. Shooting a guy's leg off with a shotgun. He shoots a revolver like Magnum at a head, and like a piece of the head falls off. Like, I haven't been this impressed since I was a child playing Soldier of Fortune.
So a child.
Yes.
Playing games
Thank
like
you,
this.
Mom and Dad. I love you.
I know.
Yes.
I was going to say they should make a, not a stuntman, but prop effects. So I'm forgetting the name. In movies, instead of stuntman, a game where you gotta like make like the practical
Special effects.
look
Like, oh my God, yes.
It would be like 2 weeks of meticulous work.
What really got me this time too, because what I had known before was like, okay, that game looks cool to shoot monsters, right? That's all I knew about it. Shooting monsters looks incredible. The monsters look awesome. But then they tease some kind of Remedy Control spiral vault. What is behind the vault?
Okay.
Now there's like this cool mystery of like, are we dealing with another dimension? Are we dealing with like a Doom gateway to hell situation? Like, what is actually going on? Some of the visuals are just like, it is truly a gore showpiece. It's some of the best gore I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
So if you're into
intense.
that, if you're into that, this is the one. 10 out of 10. I'm hyped. Like actually 10 out of 10. That's next year, so that'll be a minute.
I'm glad it exists for you.
Yeah. Then of course Control Resonant, September 24th. Control Resonant, the day of infamy.
I will say I liked this trailer a little bit more.
Sure.
It felt like slower paced, because they've been focusing on like your Alex, right? Or what's their
Dylan. Dylan Faden.
They're like kind of like melee combat and the shift from from the previous game's combat system.
Yeah.
And it felt like a little like more fast paced than the previous ones. This one felt a little bit more. I don't know. The vibes seem to like gel a little bit more of what I expect from like Control, even though like gameplay wise it's going to be a little bit different. And we did see more. We'll get to. Like, I don't know if we get to it later, but like we did see more in SGF as well for Control Resonant. But I think this has probably been like the one trailer that I feel like felt the best.
It's a great trailer.
Got me the most interested probably of anything I've like seen. But I'm not sure how everyone else like felt about this one.
Isla, what I really love is that we've seen Jesse now. That it's not some big, where's Jesse? What's gonna happen? Like, I like that they revealed that, and it's like not a thing we need to worry about anymore. It's like, okay, Jesse's around, it's fine.
I mean, anytime Jesse's not on screen, I'm gonna be saying, "Where's Jesse?
Where's Jesse?" Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, this looks cool. I'm curious about what this one showed. Besides Jessie in her new zesty outfit with
Sick
her little
outfit.
ascot or whatever. They confirmed the timeline, which I think is interesting because they said it's been 7 years.
Yeah.
And
then
so
remember there were teases in Alan Wake 2 how long it's been.
It had been under lockdown for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So like the timeline is really interesting here because it's interesting because no one had gone in or out of the oldest house for that entire period of time. Mm-hmm. So now things are leaking out into the city, but the question is that the real city or is it just the oldest house kind of like mimicking the city? Like there's a lot of interesting, crazy stuff that could be going on here. Obviously, like I'm a little bummed not to be playing as Jesse Faden because like, she's just one of my favorite characters. But like, his gameplay looks really cool. Like I generally prefer melee combat in a controller game anyway to shooting.
Yeah.
So. We'll see. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I hope it's good.
And let's not forget the events of FBC Firebreak where they take place after Control and they go into the oldest house. And there's a lot of cool little nugget lores in there. I love Firebreak. I know nobody liked it and it died immediately. But that game was fucking sick and cool and it took a shot. I love things that take a shot. Take a shot.
Got it. Real quick.
Yeah.
Well, quick, small little headline because people thought this game would never be able to come to Switch 2. Monster Hunter Wilds is in development for Nintendo Switch 2. People thought its CPU couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Capcom is finding a way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I love that. I mean, a Remedy video game is always going to be in my most anticipated list. Full stop. This is a studio that I have loved since day one. And I will always support them, and I will always be excited.
Yeah, I didn't play I haven't played any of the Alan Wake. Oh, sorry. I played a little bit of Alan Wake 1. I meant to finish it, but like something came out we needed to cover. I forget what it was that derailed me.
There's always something.
And I haven't touched Alan Wake 2, but OG Control. I really like that one. I was like, wow, this game's really good. I really like this. And so just on that alone, I want to like try and give Control Resonant a try because of how much I
think it's more your
Control.
style, man. Metal Gear and Devil May Cry, Metal Gear Revengeance, and Devil May Cry and stuff. Like, character action vibes. Like, I think you'll dig this one, Damiani.
I think it was also like just like for whatever reason, like the gunplay and Control like didn't
click
didn't overwhelm me or anything like that. Like it actually was like
you liked it.
Yeah. And combined with Jesse's powers, I was like, oh, this is this works pretty well.
I loved flying around as Jesse. It was so fun.
Yep.
So just floating around, like just throwing shit Magneto style.
Dude, yeah. The telekinesis is so good in that.
So cool. And I mean, this is like the game looks cool, and we can only dream of the lore, Isla, like how deep this rabbit hole is going to go. And then we assume after Control Resonant, Max Payne remake. Maybe Game Awards. Max Payne.
Hey, you still got Microsoft.
Maybe Microsoft has that.
Xbox.
Ooh, let's
Maybe they got it.
Ooh.
Maybe it's a Nintendo Direct to remember next week. You got 2 more chances, Huber.
Yeah. Max Payne. Everything ripped apart in a New York minute.
Sorry, I'm just realizing we're seeing a screen of YouTube right now. The thumbnail for Resident Evil Veronica, which we'll get to later.
Good.
That's such a good. I was like, wow, like everything. I'm like,
we'll get there.
My attention was being drawn to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hadn't seen it yet. I was like, wow, I like that thumbnail. Sorry.
Marathon Nightfall was next, just season 2. This is a complicated thing because of the recent death of Destiny.
Yes.
Yes, there is a.
They just put out the trailer for their final update, right?
Yeah, there is a lot of Destiny 2.
There's a lot of Destiny 3 copium for
there's a lot
SGF.
of mourning going on, so people are like actively turning against a Marathon, which is fine. You do what you want to do. Marathon's really cool. I appreciate that it is uncompromising and hardcore AF. Like the most hardcore game of the year, in my opinion. Take no prisoners, no compromise. You will die. You will never extract. Game over. That's cool. It's fine. But I just, with that being said, Destiny 1 and 2, I just think about like the incredible moments. I think about the incredible history of that game and like what they achieved, and I want to pour one out and just give a shout out to just Destiny in general. Like so many ups and downs, right? Just high highs, low lows, up down, up down. But at the end of the day, it gave us like lifelong memories and a lot of bonds with other players. Like just a legendary shout out to Destiny 1 and 2. 10 out of 10 memories.
Nice.
Yeah.
Seen so many people say like they're going to be sad when it doesn't get any more updates because there isn't anything quite like it else.
Yeah.
Like people keep suggesting
everybody
other games.
chased it and nobody got there.
And they're like there are other games that are still going right now, but like they're not Destiny. They don't do exactly what like raiding. They don't do the raiding, or they don't do this way. Like they might have like loot shooter aspects, but they don't have everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the raids, the PvP, the PvPvE, like the campaign. Oh, Destiny was so sick. Then we had a little PlayStation Plus block, which was hilarious.
Yeah, because they had some surprises in there.
They had the new RuneScape coming out, Dragon Wilds, which is launching on PS Plus as well for PS Plus users, which is really cool. Shout out to RuneScape, OG. Lore, like RuneScape back in the day. Cool.
That logo.
Guitaro Man.
Guitaro Man
is crazy. Like, that's cool. For no reason whatsoever.
Here we go.
PsyOps the Mindgate conspiracy. Okay. Another like blockbuster rental, dude. PsyOps. And then, of course, Onimusha Dawn of Dreams. And I briefly touched on this when we did the live reactions to State of Play, is that we've had Onimusha 1 Remaster and 2 Remaster. Those were full-on remasters, paid things. Dawn of Dreams, which is technically Onimusha 4, this is more of a port to the PlayStation Store. So I'm still holding out hope for Onimusha 3, of course, famously with Jean Reno. Yeah.
Got it.
And Samanosuke from number 1 returns. Of course, number 2 is Jubei. So I feel like this is all but confirming that 3 will come, because we've had 1 and 2 and now 4. You're not just going to skip 3. You're not going to leave it on the table. Unless Jean Reno is like, you cannot remaster that with my face. So, you know, which he would not do. Like, that's weird. Yeah. So, yeah, that was a PlayStation rundown. Then, of course, out of nowhere, Until Dawn 2!
Who was the first one to guess it? Like, it was funny because
Sophia, I think, nailed it.
I caught a few other reactions and people were like actually guessing it pretty quickly, and I'm like, wow, like I'm surprised like how many people are.
My
like,
mind thought it, but I didn't say it. But I was like, this is definitely giving me like Quarry, Dark Pictures, Until Dawn vibes. But I was like, it can't be Until Dawn 2.
They're just giving us more gifts for your for the playthroughs.
Yeah.
Is there another one we want to see them make a sequel for? Like, I'm not sure if there's any other ones that they've done that or in this kind of style. Like, even if they're dark, if we go to actual Dark Pictures stuff, like.
I mean, they keep making Dark Pictures. We just got Directive 8020. We had a full playthrough of that. You can check it out.
Do you think they'll ever make a sequel for those?
I feel like Until Dawn was the one we wanted a sequel for.
So
yeah, whereas the other ones are like very specifically standalone, but part of the anthology.
So what we saw in this? I mean, are you, besides it being Until Dawn 2, are you excited from what you're seing, or do you have like concerns, questions?
The only concern is that it's not super massive games making it, because the remake, I think it's from the people who did the remake, and the remake was not well received. They kind of botched a lot of the visuals from the game. Trying to find the name.
I'm also curious. The actor who plays Billy in Stranger Things.
I think it's actually different. Okay.
Sorry?
He's in it. Yeah.
It is him?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's him, it's Neil Newman, and it's Peter Stormare.
Okay. He was fantastic in Stranger Things. Yeah.
So the remake was Ballistic Moon, and now Until Dawn 2 is, maybe chat knows, I just know it's not Supermassive.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah. And obviously that's like just a small concern, because like Supermassive is the one responsible for doing Until Dawn and Dark Pictures and all this beautiful
Fire Sprite game.
Fire Sprite. Okay. Sprite. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see. I think it's funny. Actually, Gabby, shout out to Gabby. She was like right away, I was really put off because I hated all these characters. And then as soon as it was revealed that it was Until Dawn 2, I was happy that I hated those characters. They were like completely flipped. I was like, Gabby, that is a great take. Great take.
Yeah, they're definitely going with that, like,
yeah.
Maybe you don't mind seeing these guys.
Yeah, if they die, so be it.
Fire Sprite has also done Horizon Call of the Mountain, the VR one.
Okay.
Something called The Persistence, and then Star Citizen Theaters of War.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Sackboy Run.
Okay.
The Playroom VR.
Okay, so a lot of VR stuff.
Yeah.
I love that Peter Stormare is back. That's cool. Dr. Hill from...
So remember, I didn't actually participate in the Until Dawn playthrough, so...
Yeah, is he sort of like the curator of these?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. He was like telling the story for some reason.
Yep. So we will see Until Dawn 2. Stay tuned to Easy Allies Twitch for a full playthrough of that, obviously.
We will definitely be playing that.
Because we full play through all of that stuff. Every time. Every friggin' time. You have a narrative choice game where everybody can die. Easy Allies.
Yep.
Going to full. Yes.
He get angry at them.
Oh,
Yeah, we're all gonna get
directive with the go through the scanning part. Same time.
which brings us to the main event of all main events. God of War Laufey.
There's no orchestra with it this time.
Oh my
It's been a while.
goodness. Does anybody want to start? Or should I take it away?
I mean,
You want me to spit?
I feel like comes to God of War, ball starts in your court.
I was very emotional watching this. Like, there's a couple times when I was just thinking about a lot of things and like the emotions were like welling up, I didn't like cry or tear up, but I was like very emotional watching this because this is like the best of both worlds where God of War is like this nostalgic piece of my youth, but also like my present day love, They're still making like awesome new entries and I get to enjoy it now. And I also think about the old days, like bringing a GamePro magazine to school and being like, dude, Brad, look at this game. It looks so sick. Like, you're like this God of War and you're like fighting all these like gods. Like, what the hell? I thought this, and with that being said too, I think 10 times in my brain when I was watching this, I was just like, this is a video game? Like,
So only 10 times. You thought,
probably
okay,
more.
Okay.
Like, I could have, you asked me a while ago, like, I could have never imagined that we would get to, like, video games to this level of just, like, this interactive piece of art. Like, being able to tell this story and present it this way while also it being a video game where I'm just like getting XP and exploring this world and like doing air combos and shit. It is just like fucking video games TM. Like it just blows me away. I was just like in awe of this. A lot of people are talking about the hair. I want to point that out. The hair tech in this is crazy.
The hair looks crazy.
My goodness.
They have Santa Monica Studio has very talented animators.
It just makes me love video games.
At the very
it's
least,
hard not to romanticize video games.
So many people, at the very least, are coming out of this presentation, the 20-minute deep dive they did, which is insane, but like awesome that someone would still do something like that. Just saying like this is one of the most recent or like first game period that feels like it's like looks next gen to them. Yeah. I can say there's probably a few others I played that like evoke this feeling, like Death Stranding 2 for sure. That's like felt next gen, but like this, I can see like why it's very clearly and quickly communicates like this is a PS5 game. Like you look at this, like it's not PS4, it's PS5, and I think something that superficial sometimes helps a lot with a lot of people, like getting over that first hurdle of like, well, I'm in just because it looks like it's a PS5 game. Like, sometimes it's that simple.
Yeah. To save the one she loves, Faye must fight through the afterlife of the gods.
Yeah, crazy,
the everyone, where ruthless gods from across mythology vie for power in a land overflowing with dangerous magic. I want to give a few more shout outs to the lore here.
So does that mean that every single enemy you fight is a god?
I think the bosses of this game are going to be from different mythologies.
Oh, absolutely.
We've seen two.
I'm talking about the scrubs though. Like they're all like technically to be here at all. I mean, unless the gods in this realm can create more, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe these plant monsters that could be some of the magic. Is
I was
just
gonna say maybe
giving
there's
life to the.
Even in it's called Everyone, right?
Chad is saying that they claim, or that they said that all magical creatures go there. So like gods and anything magical goes.
So there you go.
And I'm not going to reference the other two, but I will say what's on the PlayStation blog here, and it has made me look at Ragnarok specifically with a new lens, Odin was haunted by the prophecy of his demise during the events of Ragnarok, obsessively pursuing knowledge of something beyond the afterlives of mortals. Oh. In God of War Laufey, we explore the answer to that question. What happens to the gods when they die? The Everywhen is the birthplace and endpoint to which all magic returns, a transcendent realm above those we've come to know, a location in which gods and creatures from different mythologies come together and not always in harmonious coexistence. We've shown a brief look at two of the gods Faye will encounter in the Everywhen, Sekhmet and Begstay, both decidedly less than friendly towards a new face suddenly appearing in their midst. And that's the Egyptian and I think it was like Mongolian or something. Begstay.
I'll say something for people who didn't like maybe like see it yet. Like
Tibetan. Okay. We've seen a Tibetan and an Egyptian god.
Yeah.
Sick.
So, Begstay? Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry.
But the one that looked like red skin and looked like a predator almost, like face with a third eye.
That's a Begstay. Tibetan.
Okay.
The Lord of War. So that's like the Tibetan God of War.
All right.
So sick.
You think of like a couple like.
He's the Lord of War in Tibetan Buddhism, originally a pre-Buddhist war god of the Mongols. Fucking cool. Like, again, we talked about it briefly with the premise of Wolverine. Like, it's so cool. Wolverine is like coming out of retirement or hiding to like save the mutants. Like, I just love the premise of this. Like, this almost limbo area where all of these different gods are, and the fact that we're Fae, like, and it's running parallel to Kratos and Atreus' journey.
Well,
like, that is so cool. That is so cool.
Yeah, I would say like that's pretty cool. I'm also curious. So as someone who's not played Ragnarok, I am curious. In this realm, does like time work differently? Because you have to say like, yeah, it's like because I already saw. I saw some people saying like, you know, whenever like, sorry to bring up Stranger Things, but like they made a Tales from '85.
Sure.
And if you watch it, people are like, how can this exist with everything that comes after without spoiling anything, you know, specific? They're like, this seems weird how this could exist and it's never referenced. And it's like this, you know, I obviously have never played Ragnarok, but also be like, would any of this need to be referenced somehow, possibly? I mean, obviously, I'm sure they can come up with an outcome that, like, satisfies everything. But also, like, will, you know, time work differently here? And, like, even though it's, like, their advertising is taking place, like, adjacently to that, that could also mean, like, it's not literally happening alongside, like, minute for minute or something like that. Like, but it could, like, have impacts on
100%.
You know, things that you said. Yeah.
And again, it's a side quill, you know, a flash sideways, Isla, if you will.
Hell yeah. It's a flash up. Like, literally.
I mean, it is up.
Yeah.
It's a flash up.
It's a flash up.
Because
it's like season 6, baby.
This isn't okay. Sorry. Am I allowed to spoil Lost yet?
We'll spoil the fuck out of Lost.
You better watch it.
Lost is good.
This isn't purgatory, so it can't be a flash.
It's not purgatory.
So you don't flash sideways. You're right.
It was never purgatory.
Yeah. I know. I'm not.
I love her combat style. You know, Kratos' lumbering brutality. She gives me like the quickness vibe. We see her use that sword with the ribbons, the different attacks she has, like putting, ribbons, astral projecting people out of their bodies almost.
Yeah, that looked so. Like they were tethered. It looked like almost like. In Avengers, Struck Strange.
Doctor Strange, exactly. Yeah, the ancient one.
The ancient one, thank you.
Yeah.
It looked like them when they do that. I was like, oh, I mean, that's a cool effect. I like when it's done like that. But making it into a gameplay mechanic is kind of like sick. And like, when you cut that tether, are they just like dead or like, do you gain anything from that? Like, we haven't seen like how that might work. But what a premise. I'll say as an outsider looking in, because like in terms of like intensity, it's like you're in like, as you said, afterlife for gods and like magical like beasts. And it's like, these are all like A-list like freaking like people you're going against.
Yeah.
So it's
Freaking Akatsuki of the gods, bro.
It's like, dude, like you feel like you're in, like, because everyone kept telling me how like strong Faye is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And and it's like, oh, well, is that gonna be enough in a realm like this where it's like, what?
Now we've heard about this sword. The Lord of God of War here is like scared of that thing.
Yeah,
he
like,
was so
why?
confident,
They keep
and then
saying you don't know what that is.
Yeah.
It's like, what is it then? Like, why is there a talking ribbon and a talking gelatinous cube that
and I love the levity too, right? God of War is so heavy. It's dark, it's brooding, it's brutal, right? Of course, God of War has levity too. Kratos can like be a little jokey. Atreus can have little quips here and there, whatever. But you know, not God of War 3. That is like the most serious game ever freaking made.
God of War 3 is just like that game is.
But like here we have a cube by Jack Quaid is like this
gelatinous cube.
What
Straight out of D&D.
Yeah, it's so D&D. Isla, you're so right.
Also, dude, like I love one of my favorite things in like anime or stories or whatever is like a personified item.
Yeah,
that's incredibly dangerous and like evil or something, but that's like super cheerful.
Yeah.
There's a sword in the Stormlight Archives books that talks, and it has like a really fun voice where it's because it doesn't understand that like all it wants to do is kill things.
Yeah.
It thinks it's like helping. It's like, oh, we're gonna remove these evil people, but like the sword doesn't understand that it like saps away the life force of whoever uses it, right? And like, or like the hand in Vampire Hunter D, right?
Yeah.
Where it's just like cheerful and weird and sarcastic.
The bullets in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. So I'm imagining that this sword is like some super powerful, like maybe not necessarily evil, but like hard to control force.
Yeah.
You know that all these other gods are like afraid of it.
Sounds very similar to another game that came out a few years ago, which is also drawing some weird.
Forspoken?
Yes.
Forspoken? Okay.
Yeah.
I love that they
the
tease.
amulet.
Didn't play it.
What it ends up being is,
I love that they tease the scale with that big flying panther.
Yeah, it was
classic
like,
God
holy
of War since God of War 1. Massive scale of beasts and creatures.
Oh yeah,
so
like,
cool.
Everything you saw about God of War 3 when it first was revealed is like, what are we on? Yeah. Also, that giant telescope. They showed like we just saw it again, but like in the trailer.
Yeah, what's that telescope?
Like it has a blinding light that like gets everyone's attention.
And I love that she's like,
the
I'll
urgency.
go deal with
it's
it.
like it's like what is that? And it's like it's pointing in a completely different direction.
Yeah, some
like,
third party dude.
Yeah.
You will embark on a journey deep into the Everwind that will pit them against a fantastic cast of gods and creatures from across mythology, as well as beings native to the Everwind itself. There are native beings there as well. Building upon the strengths of the modern God of War combat system while injecting some old school classic DNA of the Greek era. Yeah. That was the ribbons. It was very, Blades of Chaos kind of.
The speed of it, too. Yep. I was like, this looks like God of War trilogy speed gameplay versus like, because I only played God of War 2018. I was like, it's still very melee combat heavy, but it did feel like a little slower pace, but intentionally because it was like you got to react, you got to like parry, you like especially in those boss fights. It's like you have to like be a little bit more strategic. Where in God of War it was like dodge and then wail away, baby. Just like spam those attacks, get in there, find your opening, and then just go to town on them. And because you're God of War and everyone else like can't measure up to you. And I was like, it felt a little bit like that in this, like the ribbons emulated like the chain Blades of Chaos. It's like they're like whipping around.
Yeah,
but also like the speed of Faye's combat, like her mobility. When she's spinning around in the air juggling and shit, it's like
I love that about that because it's like
so cool.
It looked like character action.
I watched a video with the actress talking about this, and she said something to this effect. But this is what I had thought too, where it's like it shows that there are different ways to be powerful, right? Like she's a formidable character in and of herself,
big time,
but like she's not a big bruiser like Kratos. She's gonna be fast and dodge and go around and use trickery and like the
way more magic focused.
And like that's what I always love about. That's why I like fast characters who dodge a lot, because it's like I'm never gonna be like big strong like brute, like I'm gonna the fantasy for me is like I'm gonna be fast and agile.
Hell yeah.
And that's what I think is so cool about this.
So cool. And again, I love when, like we're getting with Wolverine versus Spider-Man. I love when we get this and Control Resonant to Alan Wake or Control. Just like, you're here and then you go over here. You're still in the same playground. You're still in the same universe and franchise, but you're doing something different. And I love that. Because I love to replay franchises all the time. You play as Kratos for 100 hours and then you dip into Laufey, and it's just like a totally different feel. I love that. What's really cool is that at the end of the PlayStation blog, it says coming soon to PlayStation 5.
What?
I believe it's March. I am going to call it right here, right now, that this game is coming out March 2027. I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay.
That's my theory. I believe a lot of the old God of Wars came out in March as well.
God of War 3 was around then, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That sounds possible. I know that this has had a kind of rocky development, like few starts and stops, I think. So like who knows, but yeah.
The original God of War, March 22nd.
Okay.
God of War 2, March 13th.
All right.
Yep. God of War 3, March 16th. There you go, dude. March 2027. Let's go. Beware the Ides of March, dude.
The question isn't March. The question is 7 or 8. 27 or 28.
Oh, 27, because it says soon at the end of this and this was a
Gloomwood has said soon on Steam for 5 years.
I feel like
this is
showing a 20-minute gameplay thing makes. I would bet. I mean, it would look really bad if you're not coming out till 2028 and you did this.
And of course, Ragnarok now was.
But then why not put a date on it this time, right?
Ragnarok was 4 years ago already. It does not seem like that. Ragnarok was 2022.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Which is 4 years after 2018. Jeez. So, I mean.
Yeah. 2027 would make sense. So hyped. 10 out of 10. Cannot wait. Freaking out. The power of video games. Here we fucking go. Wow. What a product. Here, let's go. All right. That was the state of play. We have a lot more to come. This is a 7-hour podcast. But have you been enjoying the show? Does anybody have any final comments on God of War?
It looks cool.
Okay.
I'm into it.
Yes. Karen Page, shout out. We've got more to come, but if you've been enjoying the show so far, please take a second to like, subscribe, ring that bell on YouTube. It helps us all stay connected. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Starting something new is not just hard, it's terrifying. There's so much work that goes into it. You've got all this energy and time and effort and hopes and dreams pouring into this thing, whether it's a new business or in our case, well, this is a business too, but like our podcast and our shows and our channels and all that, you don't know if people are going to show up. You don't know if people are going to watch it. You don't know if people are going to buy it. And you feel afraid that you're going to make a fool of yourself. Despite all those fears and hesitations, it can help if you have a partner like Shopify on your side to help. Shopify is the e-commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States, from household names like Untuckit, Death Wish Coffee, Magic Spoon, Heinz, Mattel, and more, to brands just getting started. Get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand's style. Get out the word like you have a marketing team behind you. Easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. Best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping, processing, returns, and beyond. And if people haven't heard of your brand, Shopify can help you find customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. And if you ever get stuck, Shopify is always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. It's time to turn those what-ifs into with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/allies. Sign up today. Go to shopify.com/allies. Once again, that is shopify.com/allies patreon.com/allies. Check it out.
And if you're a patron, we love you. We see you. We're so grateful for you. I'm so happy you're here, checking this out, celebrating video games. This is the ultimate celebration right now. Games for everybody, games on all the systems, all the genres, just everything, right? We saw so many different things today.
Yeah. It's a lot.
And it just feels
good. A lot of good stuff.
I know, that's the problem, Damiani, is every time they show something new, I'm like, I want to play that. But they show something like God of War Laufey, and it's like, okay, well, now I also want to replay 2018 and Ragnarok, and just the queue just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it's like, oh my God.
Gotta invest in that hyperbolic time chamber.
We need it. Who's gonna make it? Who's gonna invent the hyperbolic time chamber?
Yeah.
You need that thing.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan, dude, get on that.
You can make it happen. For sure.
All right, from God of War to Resident Evil.
To Paris.
Yes. So one of let's dive in. We are getting Resident.
I need you to remind me of some stuff.
Get in here, Isla. Hell yeah.
Just for this.
Hell yeah.
Just for Veronica, baby.
Yeah, not Code Veronica, not Code Veronica X, Resident Evil Veronica 26 years later. Of course, it came out in 2000 on Dreamcast originally.
Oh,
my system there. For the longest time, Resident Evil lore heads like myself, who I'm a little rusty in the last couple years, actually, I apologize.
Wow.
Resident Evil lore heads, we've always had this European umbrella vibe in our head, right? There's a big thing about like Chris going to Europe, right? Claire going to Europe to track down Euro Umbrella and to figure out what the hell is going on. Yeah. This trailer opens in Paris. We're like, wow, what is this horror game? This is like, I don't know who said it first. Someone's like, this looks like RE Engine.
Yeah,
it's like,
looks like RE Engine. This looks like a horror game.
As soon as the landlord was like, your brother up here.
Yeah.
We're like, Claire Redfield has a brother.
Like, Isla, you're right. Yeah, she's got a brother. And then, and then of course, the ultimate reveal was when she picks something up. You see the red of her
red jacket,
her classic red.
You can hear the jacket to the leather.
But here we are.
I was very happy that they sort of did the title reveal how I envisioned it. Wasn't completely the way.
It was like beat for beat the troll you said they were going to do.
But they didn't
they're going to do a V, and they're going to make you think it's a 5, and then they're going to do REV, and then they're going to show Veronica.
But they went backwards a little bit. They did EV, then R.
They did V,
and then they did, and then it wasn't quite what I envisioned, but like the fact they even like. They just like entertain. They entertain the idea enough that they like did it a little bit, and it's also called Veronica.
Yeah, get wrecked, Assassin's Creed. I thought it was gonna be called. We never got 5. We were gonna get the Assassin's Creed symbol, flipped or whatever. It never happened. Gotcha.
So anyway,
you nailed it.
I was mildly pleased with that.
I love Claire Redfield.
Claire Redfield, absolute fan favorite.
I love the remake version of Claire Redfield, especially. She's so cool. She's so neat and like such a badass.
Yeah.
And her manicure is looking great.
I love this because this is not in the original game whatsoever.
Yeah, I was asking what is the feels new.
Yeah, this game it opens with the awesome classic 2000 a year after the Matrix. Opens with a really awesome Matrix always will be referenced. Even though it has nothing to do with the Matrix, I think of just like the action element.
Culturally, the Matrix had a lot to do with everything.
Yes. Of course, Code Veronica opens with her like invading the European branch of Umbrella.
Yeah.
It's all a cutscene.
And then it goes to the island right away.
Yeah, then you're in the island as a prisoner. Yeah. That is the opening of the game. That's not a spoiler. You're immediately on Rockford Island, prisoner. The cutscene of that game, the intro cutscene, legendary. The visuals of it was just like years ahead of anything. It was like, holy crap, this game looks crazy.
I am fucking out of my mind for this. This was my game of the show. Like,
unbelievable.
State of Play had a couple of bangers.
Yeah.
This one, I'm like, woo-wee. For me, this was the highlight of SGS.
Is it going to be first person is the number one question.
I think you'll be able to pick. I think, like,
There's
usually...
no way to go back on that now.
Yeah, usually when Capcom introduces some kind of a tech in the RE engine, especially, like, once they give you something, they don't take it away, typically.
Yeah. Even the big wigs at IGN have very little details about this.
All right, I like that.
First up, I love the name change.
Dude, Veronica.
I love just Resident Evil Veronica. That is sick.
I showed it a little after Damiani talked about it, but yeah, the thumbnail where it's just clear profile, red.
Dude.
Resident Evil Veronica, classy.
So cool. Classy.
She's looking wet.
Classy. Wet gore.
Wet gore.
They love the wet.
It's raining, or
Yes.
she's sweating.
Yes.
Something's going
hot.
on. She took a shower in her clothes.
Took a shower in her leather jacket. You know, you have a stressful day. You come home, you take a shower without taking your leather jacket off.
I'm
like
curious
James Bond.
How many people are going to think Claire's called Veronica now?
Oh, dude.
People are going to see that. Hey, where's Veronica?
This has been the confusion for years. Like, who's Veronica?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really remember. It's the strain of the...
It's the strain.
It's the strain of the virus. Right, that's what I thought. Okay.
The T Veronica.
T Veronica.
Virus.
That's okay.
Yes.
That was what I thought I remembered,
Yeah.
so that is correct.
Yeah.
Dude, the real question is, and one of our community members from back in the day, is that sidekick boy going to be in
Steve
this?
Burnside, baby.
Oh, yeah. I was
Steve
like,
Burnside
no,
redemption arc
we didn't see-
starts
It's
now.
gonna be
What if
game.
Steve is not in it at all?
He will be. You cannot have this game without Steve Burnside. And I've always said, my defense, right? Steve Burnside's VO and a couple questionable dated moments aside,
Yeah.
his story hits. He has I'm not going to go into it, but his storyline
Yeah.
and his ties and the reason he's there and the ties to Umbrella and stuff, like, if you tweak that a little bit, it has so much emotional potential. Like, Steve Burnside's story was never the problem. It was the Leonardo DiCaprio look of him and the VO delivery,
a few dated,
and that was it.
Yeah.
So
I think that these. Sorry, W. I think that
go ahead.
these remakes have done. I know a lot of people are upset, like, of omissions from 3, but, like, by and large, I would say that all of these have made good updates
absolutely,
Yeah.
to characters and storylines.
Yeah.
And they're making them all more cohesive, which is
Yeah.
something that's really cool to me.
Absolutely.
Where it's like all of them are being way more, like, in line with each other, and they can, like, because they're redoing them all, they can fix things that, like, timeline errors and stuff and, like, weird inconsistencies and make it all one big happy family, right?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Like, this intro, dude, the freaking, like, Umbrella Corps fucking comes out and it's just like, Claire Redfield.
Yeah.
Can I say it?
What?
I mean, it's not a spoiler. There is...
It might be different.
No, yeah, it might be
And
different.
everything could change.
Because, again, we see the Umbrella gas mask there, obviously associated with Hunk.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
I mean, I
course.
said Hunk during our
Yeah.
reactions. Yeah.
There's one
I know.
sick document in Code Veronica from Hunk.
Ooh.
It's just a document. That's the only Hunk
It's just
sniff.
a document.
Just a document, not a spoiler. That's the only thing in it. But, like, again, this is a reimagining, like they have talked about heavily when they did 4. Like, when they did 3 and 2, they've always said these are more reimaginings than remakes, which I really appreciate. And you're talking about how that helps them kind of, like, make them all fit together as well.
They're expanding the... Go ahead, Damian.
Yeah.
No, you're...
Oh, okay.
you're-
I was just
yeah.
going to say they're expanding it and, making it all
Yeah.
cohesive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this at some point in the past where these games, the new ones, like 7 onwards, and then now the remakes, because when we got to Requiem, it's like, it's actually 1, 2, 3, and Code 1, 0, and Code Veronica, which have not been remade yet.
Yeah.
Is the lore from that accurate in the remake, timeline and the modern, the new trilogy that's come out 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
And now we get another one here. But like as you said, this is like bringing that, like modernizing them, but also like aligning the lore so that these will all fit together, which makes sense. That like we'll probably get 1-0 at some point. As
1-0, 5, and 6 now are all that's
and 5 and 6 at some point.
Crazy.
But I think it's interesting with this one. This was what I was originally going to say is that because we got 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
But this one came out between 3 and 4 actually.
And
so it's
famously, they
yeah.
wanted to put a number on it, but they couldn't.
Yeah.
Veronica. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see people.
Or they did that with 3. Actually, they wanted to put.
3 has
it was this one. It was.
I'm curious, like how newer fans will react to like, will make apparent sense where it takes place. Will they like even matter for some people?
Yeah.
Like because it's not numbered, so people even how many people are going to realize it's a remake that are new fans doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
And then but also like for people who are like. Is there a chance that like because it's a new timeline with this, it's the remake timeline, do dates and stuff get moved around a little bit in this?
This is what I was going to talk about because, because now we have a few definitive times and years at least and dates. Like we know from the post credits of, when we see Rose, that's in like 2034 or something. Yeah. And then 9, Requiem, Leon is older.
Yeah.
So Claire looks about the same as 2. And like in the original timeline, this would happen pretty quick after that, right? It's like a month or 2.
Exactly.
And so it's like, this has to be an in-between quel, right? Like this would have to take place
this during,
between 3 and 4.
After 3, before 4 is Code Veronica for sure.
Yeah. And so then like 5 and 6, if they remake those, would happen after 4 and before 7 or concurrent with 7, maybe.
Yeah.
1998,
3 months after.
Okay, 3 months, yeah. When does Chris... Because Chris is doing like crazy BSAA shit in 6, right?
Yes.
And
so,
5. And 5. And then in 7, he shows up, but he's like working for Umbrella now?
Blue Umbrella, which we have yet to go into. Red and blue Umbrella, what the fuck?
But that's why I think maybe we'll learn about that in this, because like why is Chris and she's looking for him in Europe?
That would be
Umbrella. Like that'll tie the knot on that. But then it's like, okay, but does that screw up the timeline? Because then 5 and 6... because he's not in the Blue Umbrella thing,
no,
so it's like it gets all.
Yeah, I think
it gets interesting.
I think it can still mainly maintain the original continuity and timeline. I don't think the remakes have ever really altered any of that whatsoever.
It's interesting that we know like 10, because usually the new numbered ones are moving forward in time, right? So like we know 10 will have to take place like in the 30s. The 2030s.
Yeah. At this point, yeah.
Pretty much has to. Like almost.
X.
Yeah, dude. Fucking X is the coolest letter.
Yeah.
It is sick.
It's the coolest letter.
Yeah.
They have to come up with a cool little like thing for the title reveal for that one too.
Extinction.
You know what this means? Baby? Wesker is back, baby! Wesker is back!
I was like, we're going to talk about that with this because in the OG one, Wesker is present in a big way.
Goddamn right!
Veronica.
Goddamn right!
Big in this.
I mean, we're going to get
back,
some
baby!
Potentially cool stuff. Like, we don't know if all this will be in it, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a part with like water and sharks, right? At one point, like,
yeah.
There's and then like all I hope is there's one sincere hope. There's a part where there is a fight where Claire has a fight with a certain thing in the back of a cargo thing.
Oh my god!
And they please redo that fight very well. If you include that, please.
Oh my god!
Don't make it. That was a low point for.
I have lost hours of progress from that fight, dude.
Please?
More than once.
You can make it challenging, just don't make it BS. Oh my!
More than once, because there's like this weird little puzzle element where you're like, if you don't know to do that and to do that, it's like, yeah.
But then if Wesker's if Wesker's in this, because he hasn't shown up in any of the remakes, because he was in 1 and then Code Veronica, right? Because then like if he's in this,
He's in 5 heavily.
Well,
No, that's what I was gonna say. If he's in this and he's
he was in
this,
4 remake.
4 remake. I was
Yeah,
about to
he's in
say, sorry,
four.
I
Okay,
wasn't
yeah,
sure
yeah.
for it. Yeah.
so then they have to do 5. Is my
Oh yeah,
point.
100%.
They have to do 5.
At this point, they're gonna do
They're
them all.
gonna do them all.
100%.
Yeah.
It's just like we don't know which
Dude.
order.
A 6
and-
redemption would be so fucking funny.
I know what
It would
the
be
hell.
so good.
Make it like
That
the
would be
best.
so
It becomes
funny.
like the most beloved. It's
Yeah.
like take
Six.
that.
Everyone
Take
loves
that.
it.
Everyone is like 6 remake.
6 is the best
Yeah.
remake ever.
It's amazing, man.
Oh my god.
It's like how the MCU made Thor: The Dark World
Yep.
like super important because of Endgame.
Yeah. They're like, dude, Resident 6.
6 is the key to everything. It's
Gets
the
10s
linchpin.
There's
everywhere.
a lot of there's a lot that could.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Obviously, we could talk about Resident Evil forever,
Yeah.
but we do have like 400 other
Let's
things.
go.
to do.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep.
So Resident Evil's coming.
Goodbye.
We saw a little bit of gameplay, which is cool. We saw first person. Resident Evil 3 remake has first person Jill in her apartment.
Yes.
And then it, of course, goes to
Yeah.
third person. So maybe that's what we see here. This prologue is first person.
I feel like they're
And then-
definitely going to give you.
Yeah.
They're absolutely going to
Yeah.
give you both. I don't think
For
they go
sure.
back on that.
for sure.
But yeah, I'm very curious. The funnest part about these is just like what they change up,
Yeah.
and how they re-envision certain things, because it's always
Yeah.
for large parts always been for better. They might cut stuff, which is unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3, gets like largely the finger pointed at 3 the most,
Yeah.
but like
Love 3
even with
remake.
4, man, like
Love it.
this has a chance to be like 4 caliber in terms of like they can really, because 4 was already excellent, but like Code Veronica I think is the one that has like a lot of mixed reception. I think this is like we talk about 6
following.
redemption, like this obviously has its fans, but like this could really solidify the Veronica as wow,
One of
this
the
is
stronger
another
entries.
a strong entry, like another stellar entry. So like this one I am most fascinated about of any of the remakes they've done. Like
Hell yeah.
absolutely like looking forward to this.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
So sick. Capcom, what are you doing? You're out of control. They're out of control.
It's like
They're out of control.
they're
They're
out of
nuts.
control, and,
They're
and there's
nuts.
show no signs of stopping. Apparently,
Yeah, at all.
they got
at all.
apparently they got more in the works.
Yeah,
so
we're
it's
gonna
like,
get
holy crap.
Requiem DLC. We're gonna get Veronica. We're gonna get Resident Evil 10. We're gonna get Resident Evil 0 remake. Then 5, 1. It's out of control. Next up was Cuphead.
Yeah,
We're
this
getting a
announce-
Cuphead
this-
follow up.
Yeah.
And Mighty Cuphead Adventure, dude.
That's very nice to have something, because the announcement was like, hey, Cuphead follow-up is now in early development. So it's like, okay, that's going to be, because you know how long Cuphead took to come out.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, that's going to have to take some time. Let it take its time. This is one of those examples of like,
I did forget how long it took.
This like take your time with this
Yeah.
the follow up, because it will be worth it. But having something to be like, but we do have something that you will be able to play in the meantime. I thought that was a good kind of like
yeah.
thing.
It
The
looks so sick.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
it looks like those. I mean, obviously
God.
NES style, but like the
Mighty Cuphead Adventure is what we're talking about.
yeah. I'm
Yep.
sorry, Mighty. Thank you. Reminds me of the Disney SNES
Tiny
Genesis
Toons
games. Yep.
Adventures comes to mind.
So Studio MDHR, on a
So cool.
ready to start up again.
I was working my other job,
Mm-hmm.
and a kid had a Switch,
Yeah,
like an 8-year-old,
that's not
and
uncommon.
she was playing Cuphead.
That's uncommon.
And I was
That's
like, yo, that is sick.
good game to train on right there.
Yeah. I was like, wow. Next is, again, it's Christmas today. It's just Christmas. Obviously, they announced it a little bit ago, but this to me is like an Evil Within 3 moment, truly, where for the longest time, I didn't think it was necessarily possible. I always have hope. I always think everything is possible, because my motto has been for the last 10 years now, everything returns. Everything returns. Alien Isolation 2. To me, absolutely one of the greatest survival horror games ever made, full stop. From Creative Assembly, we're now getting a follow-up. How long? 13 years
That's
later.
the thing, like, I still can't believe is how long
what?
it's been.
Yeah.
It does not. It's like, no, it's not been.
13,
Really?
13 years ago, you're telling me the alien AI was that good? 13 years ago? We still don't have AI that good.
I still remember E3 or whatever we went to, where one of you had the appointment in the thing where, like, they have the dark room with, like, the little pods you play. Like,
It was probably Jones.
yeah,
Bastard.
someone got, like, playing, like the cryopod.
Yeah.
They put you in one with a screen. It was all dark, so, like, totally immersive or something.
So jealous. Alien Isolation 2, they talked about it briefly. They said exactly they literally repeated what I said. We are out of the, quote, claustrophobic confines of the space station, the Sevastopol, and now we are on the ground, in a colony. That just opens up so many possibilities.
Yeah.
I mean, it's of course, we're all Alien fans here since birth. You think of
birth, yeah.
you think of from Alien on the spaceship to Aliens on LV-426.
But also that
and just how different that is.
And that comes with other expectations, though, like multiple xenomorphs.
And a queen, perhaps. Will there be?
Will they follow that?
Please have a queen in
but
this
like
game.
this,
please do it.
But new environment with this, like a ground environment, does set like new expectations. I feel like, because you're not in a confined space anymore all the time. Like you have, at least you can run out into the wild. Like, I don't know if the gameplay and design is going to go that direction, but they could do that. And like, can they do that well, capturing the sense of like what you love so much about OG Alien Isolation?
Yeah. Some of the shortcomings of number 1 were that the working Joes, right? There was a lot of droids. There was a lot of, sneaking in a place with a droid kind of roaming around, like and it was a longer game than anticipated.
Yeah, I was surprised.
There were some pacing issues, if you will, but one of my favorite things was how dangerous that game was. The fact that you had to manually save at stations was such a divisive mechanic, but one that really spoke to my heart because, if there's no fear of dying, there's no fear in the game. The alien comes, it kills you, you immediately just reload a checkpoint 10 seconds before. Who the fuck cares? But like, if you haven't saved in a little bit, and there is a xenomorph between you and a save spot, that moment is heightened and it has stakes and it's intense and you're scared. You're scared because the xenomorph is hunting you down, but you're scared because also you don't want to lose progress. And like, there's only so many ways you can scare the player and have stakes. And I know that was divisive, but I thought it was awesome. And I wonder if they're going to do the same thing here. We live in a time now. A lot has changed in the decade since this has come out. Accessibility. Gamers don't like replaying sections. They don't like being frustrated. They want their shit accessible.
What if they do like what you loved about bring up again Resident Evil Requiem, the ink ribbon option, where you have finite amount of either you can find them in an environment or you have a finite amount period, and you get to pick and choose.
Great example.
So it's like, hey, we're gonna give you 5 saves across this game, or 10, or whatever.
You have like your discs that you need to stick in.
You don't get any more replenishes, but like,
love it.
You feel like you're overwhelmed in this part? Well, save. If not, like you made the decision.
Press on, gamble. Press on.
Or if you're being too, you're burning them all too fast, and it's like, okay, that maybe should have saved some for later.
Total genius, Damiani. Yes. Any thoughts, Isla? Alien Isolation 2.
I'm hyped as shit, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
For the xenomorphs. Isla. A percent chance that there is a Predator reference in Alien Isolation 2. What are the percent chances?
It depends on what planet she landed on.
Even like a document referencing anything Predator related, what are the chances?
Well, it's interesting because if I understand it correctly, Alien is canon to Predator, but Predator is not canon to Alien.
It all feels...
Generally.
After Alien Earth, it all feels canon to canon now.
Sure. Yeah. Alien Earth is introducing all kinds of other freakazoids. But yeah, that typically in the movies has been the, it's a one-way street kind of a deal. But who the hell knows?
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this.
I'm gonna give it a 25% chance.
Okay.
I mean, the planet looks very, very predatory.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe a Yautja
find out
will
that's where you
show
are.
up.
You're on one of their.
And Predator is hot right now. Predator's been on a roll. Prey, Badlands.
Badlands, the most recent one, yeah.
Killer of Killers. Like, Predator's been killing it. Pun intended. Next up was my puns today have just been coming. Hey, Jen Atlas was next. Holy cow!
Because of who's behind it, it's the official name for a little project called Project Robot, right?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Which is from Fumito Ueda. Yep.
Ueda. This is a Kojima-esque moment where a legendary figure is releasing his first game in a decade. This is a big deal. Whether you thought this game looked good or not, it is still one of the most important announcements of the day because of his legendary status.
Yeah. A lot of expectations come with that.
Yeah.
High
expectations.
Like what you're actually be playing, like the sense of like this game. One of the games, his past works have been used as like examples of like video games of art. Shadow of the Colossus, Eco. The fusion of like minimalist gameplay, the music, the moments, like how everything's designed, and you see like a little bit of the DNA. Like you see like the giant robots, Shadow of the Colossus. You see like you're kind of like working in tandem with stuff, and like a lot of like isolated environments that you're to be like you need to figure out how you go through. Eco, and then like working with the robot and guiding it around, kind of like oh my gosh, the most recent one before this, Trico.
It didn't have a name. Except robots listen to your commands.
Talking about Last Guardian.
Last Guardian, like it did have a name.
Isla and I notoriously were just like.
I know you're not actually guiding. Like you actually are controlling the giant robot thing. I assume so. Yeah. Like no weird AI thing with your companion. Hopefully, like that's been removed. One thing I do gives me a little pause. Was there were action shots.
Yeah.
That did. I mean, it still looks like the game is still early, so in development footage. But those specific shots of the action where it looked like you were shooting at some kind of like tremors looking enemies in the ground or something like that did not look very. It looked rough, but also like I need more context. Like. I don't want this to be like a shooting game, basically. Like I'm hoping it's just like an intense like escape sequence where it's like you do it for a little bit and that's it, because everything else about this game felt like exploration vibes, like a giant,
which is what they're best at.
Yeah, so I'm hoping it's like a giant like abandoned planet with an abandoned civilization where you're just like. There's no like the narrative, the storytelling, how it's done. It's done through like objects. It's done through like contextual,
environmental storytelling.
Exactly, all of the hallmarks of environmental storytelling. Yeah. And I'm hoping these like creatures are just like sometimes obstacles for like when you're trying to get to a spot, and not like
constant
anything more than that. Yep.
Yeah, like in Eco, like you have to fight sometimes because you're trying to avoid it.
Exactly. It's like those moments. There was a shot, that you like are fighting another robot too. And I'm like, vibes. What happened there?
Yeah. In a news release, they said, without knowing why, you awaken on an abandoned planet. Before you lies a vast, silent world. Colossal structures stretch over endless plains, deserted facilities, and an ever-changing sea. The remnants of some grand design litter the planet's surface. As you journey deeper into this strange world, a colossal robot awaits. Its overwhelming power opens paths to places once beyond reach, transforming your conception of the world. Across an endless expanse of time, the remnants of those forgotten constructs begin to move once more. I bet you don't even get the robot till like a couple hours in.
It seems like you have the head, I think, probably. I imagine you'll probably get that pretty early.
Yeah.
But being able to I don't know how soon you'll be able to fuse with the body and be able to take control of that. But I mean, everything that says there sounds like it's written there sounds pretty good to me. And then I didn't really get to hear it, the soundtrack, because Eco and Shadow of the Colossus is a freaking amazing soundtrack. So have pretty high expectations for the music in this game for sure.
Because this can't be a 20-hour podcast, a lot of these games are just going to get 30 seconds or so.
No worries. I get it.
Blood Message was next. Which one was that again?
The crazy 48 sword one where you're in China.
Oh, yeah. Looked cool. Yeah.
Like good visuals, yeah.
Yeah, I love movies like this. Like, you know, I just watched Hero not long ago. Like,
oh, wow. I haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah.
Jet Li, yep.
Shout out. Yeah. The combat of this looked awesome. So, yeah, looked really cool. Then a weird Stranger Than Heaven block.
Oh, yeah.
Really weird. I don't know how to feel yet because Tupac Shakur is in this game.
Yeah.
Which is just really bizarre and strange. If the family and people close to him sign off on that, who am I to say? Like, I wouldn't want anyone other than my family having any opinion if, like, my deceased brother was going to be in a game, you know? It wouldn't be up to anyone else other than me and my loved ones, right? So if that's the same here, right? If Tupac's family is like, no, we wanted this, that's awesome, that's cool. Awesome, cool. Nobody else should even have an opinion about that, honestly. Like, if it's up to them, if it's all legit and they're on board, cool. But as an outsider, it was weird. It was a weird vibe.
Yeah, I mean,
well, yeah, the estate
it was surprising, I guess.
Who owns the likeness and catalog? It doesn't necessarily have to be his family. But
I need to know more about all of that. Yeah.
I would say like at that point, I mean, even introducing it in when Jeff asked Snoop Dogg about it, you know, explained a little bit of the background.
His memory lives on. Cool.
He was saying like, you know, it would seem like it was for like a positive reason for doing it, obviously, but also like he even turned it back to like the audience, like, you know, what does everyone else think? I mean, I think they could express like their opening, to like, hey, we want to like, you know, we wanted to try this out. We thought this would like, you know, be a good way to like help further honor him and keep him in like, you know, the present, you know, mind of thought.
Yeah,
and like, you know, that could be very good, possibly, you know, but you know, just, you know, listen to feedback and stuff, and like.
I have more information on who owns the estate if you're interested.
Yeah, I would love to hear it.
The company Amaru Entertainment is technically held in a trust managed by Tom Whaley, who is a music executive, former head of Warner Brothers Records, who originally signed Tupac to Interscope. He is the current manager following the death of Tupac's mother in 2016. So, yeah, and then there's apparently since 2022, Tupac's half-sister has been engaged in a legal battle against Whaley. They accuse them of financial mismanagement and withholding critical information from the family beneficiaries.
Well.
So it seems a little complicated.
Seems complicated and a little bit sus for now.
It feels... It honestly, like, it kind of sucks because, like, I feel like this game is leaning on what feel like gimmicks when the game feels like it has such a cool identity and a cool, like, vibe. And, like, Snoop Dogg being in it when he's kind of, like, you know, he'll do anything for a paycheck, kind of, like, showed up at various political rallies that people were surprised he showed up at, you know? Like, it seems kind of weird where it's just it's just like, do I want to be playing this game and then all of a sudden see Tupac walk in?
It's like, super weird.
Like, it honestly killed this game for me.
It's super weird.
I was kind of interested in it. I thought it had a neat vibe, but like, I don't know, just real world likenesses at all, let alone of dead people, let alone of dead people whose music was so important. Yeah. Like, it's distracting at best and like disrespectful and weird at worst.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Distracting at best.
It's very odd. It's really fucking me up with this game. It's kind of a bummer.
Yeah. I'm with you. It's a little weird. So there's that. Then Then next is Hayx. Hayx.
Remember the name?
Actually,
I
Hex.
remember the game.
Hayx.
Hey,
Because we thought it was. Yeah.
They said it like a bunch of times. Hayx.
Which one was
it's
that?
I
just
know.
hacks.
There's a million games. Bear with us, chat. Bear with us. There's
sorry.
a billion games. We go through this all the
H-A-E-X,
time. H-A-E-X game, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this looked like the Cube one. It was like a 3-player. It looked like a little bit of Control vibes. There was
it
the
had
cool Dune voice.
The Dune voice.
Yeah.
Sidecar
Yeah.
voice.
Looks cool. Co-op thing. You had my attention. This game has my attention for sure.
Yeah,
I want to
it's like
see
an
more.
environmental. You use a cube and plant a thing, and then
Yeah.
a big building pops up, and then you go look at the building.
The gunplay looked really cool. The scale of everything looked cool. The co-op movement looked really cool. Just the visuals, everything about it looked really intriguing. And
Near identical, running down a floating platform with a spiral around you shot as in Control Resident trailer later in the same thing.
totally. Dead by Daylight is celebrating a birthday.
Yeah.
There was some weird shit going on there. I thought it was
don't
going to be
know-
Jason, but it wasn't.
I don't know enough about Dead
Yeah.
by Daylight to know what that meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Mortal Shell 2 was there.
customization.
Sand Raiders was there. We saw more Black Flag Resync. The biggest nothing burger of the show for me was TMNT The Last Ronin, a beloved graphic novel, re-announcing itself. We had already known that it's coming. They literally showed nothing.
They showed like basically what they'd already showed.
Yeah.
Did we know that Platinum Games was involved before? That's the only thing I don't remember.
I don't think we did actually.
Okay.
I don't know. I cannot confirm that. Yeah, Platinum's going there. I finished that Platinum Turtles game from a while ago. It
Yeah, I was like, this is
fine.
not the first Platinum
Yeah.
Turtles game
Yeah.
either, and they're not always like the
Yeah.
the silver bullet for you
Yep.
know.
Ben Starr came out to promote Fortnite because he's doing a voice in there for the Visitor. That's a big character in the
News.
lore.
Gameplay update.
I was waiting for something to pull me back into Fortnite. I haven't played in like almost a year now. This was my constant game that I would play every little while, every month or two.
Yeah. Last
Still
time
nothing.
I touched it was for the Cowboy Bebop collab. No,
Yeah.
sorry, Simpsons. The Simpsons map.
Yeah.
Was the last time I played it. The last time I paid for anything was the
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop stuff.
Yeah. So Fortnite's just going. There was a Gundam game, Rogue Orbit.
Yeah.
It
from
looked good.
Bandai Namco, right?
It looked a little slower than I wanted to, but also Gundams are huge and hulking. But also, the massive Gundam was fighting an even bigger thing, so it just kind of made it look a little slow.
Interesting. We had some like playback problems when we were watching it live.
True.
The one part where it started to like play normally, I thought it looked fine, like
Yeah.
speed wise.
Yeah, it still looks cool. I'm in.
Yeah. We kind of got like interrupted during one of
Yeah.
the parts, and
Can you
like,
skip to the gameplay
because,
really
yeah.
quick before we move on?
So I thought with the gameplay, like, yeah, I guess that movement there.
Yeah, just like a little.
I see what. I see what you mean now.
A
Like
little
this,
slow.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. The CG looked
Just a little
faster
bit.
pace. This is. I mean,
And you don't even look massive as a Gundam because you're fighting even
gets a
bigger
l-
things.
Yeah, I wonder if some of the shots are maybe slowed
Yeah.
down there a little bit.
So
But
we'll see. I mean,
a
we're
Gundam
getting
game.
Yeah, we're getting a sick
I'm not
new Gundam game.
Yeah,
Cool.
I will always say Gundams look cool.
Yeah.
I've not really dove into Gundam at all.
Okay.
So hey, I'm doing One Piece right now. Like, give
him
me
time.
Give
Give
me
him
time. I need some time.
Give him time.
Maybe someday I'll dive into
OFMS
Gundam.
team, 10 out of 10. Watch that one. An Egg Extremely Hard game. This looked delightful.
Oh,
This looked delightful.
oh, Uneasy Alliance.
Yeah, this is in the spirit of what? I'm thinking of Overcooked right away because it's this like really pressurized co-op game, right? A pressure like no, go up, go down, get left. Like it gave me
man.
that vibe, you know?
Oh man.
It looks
Stakes are just so insane because like one of the ducks
I
was
just
always just like,
realized-
"Don't kill our baby."
Did you
Yeah.
see
Jesus
like?
Christ.
Yeah, I forgot. I didn't realize one of the shots. There's a ton of the eggs that have broken in the. Like, oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh,
So
I
many
wasn't
of them,
realizing
eggs
that.
everywhere.
Oh,
Dead
Dead babies are
kids.
everywhere.
wait, what if that's a joke? They're just taking like eggs from a grocery store thing, and they're like,
Oh, they're not really alive. That's
I
funny.
don't really know it. Oh,
yeah, that looks really cool.
Pretty crazy.
I cannot wait to stream this with y'all. Next was You'll Get Caught Up in the
Crossfire.
Another Crossfire.
Crossfire, not to be confused with Remedy's single-player Crossfire, which was a single-player thing for a multiplayer Crossfire, which is one of the most popular games ever. This actually looks sick.
This is the Uneasy
does look
Alliance
cool.
game.
This actually looks
this
sick.
is a single-player game.
No, but
You know what it's given me?
The story, right?
Yeah, the story,
They're teamed
yeah.
up.
You know what it's given me?
It's giving you good mic.
Yeah, what is this?
technique?
It's giving me Spec Ops The Line
Oh,
vibes.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
giving me an actual like military shooter with a legitimately meaningful, hard-hitting story.
Okay.
I am getting that vibe from this. Like, this is the modern Spec Ops The Line.
They were saying, I mean, we'll see if they deliver on the promise, but they're saying like they wanted to like redefine how cover-based shooting
Yes.
works. How, like, they were saying a lot of the
Cool.
things that like you've taken for granted in
Yes.
shooters, they want to try and do something new with, which is like, okay, that's bold, a very bold initiative. Can you actually deliver on that?
Yeah. I love that it's...
genre reinventing cover and traversal system
traversal's
called
the other thing.
adaptive cover.
That's badass. And it's single player, which is cool.
Yeah, 'cause-
and I think
Yeah.
because they're going for such a cinematic thing, that's hard to do in co-op. So I think the single player element is a choice to like maintain the consistent grounded story vibes. You know, because if you get another player in there, you're on the mic, you just lose some of that. You lose some of the investment.
I'm reading the Xbox blog.
Yeah, please.
This is two sentences forged in the Huber fires right here.
Okay.
However, what begins as a routine operation soon devolves into a harrowing struggle for survival. To overcome an existential threat, Layla forges a fragile alliance with
Uneasy
Tier 1
alliance.
operator Delroy Cross, the last person she would choose to trust.
Hell yes.
But trust isn't the point. Survival is.
Hell yeah. I love an Uneasy Alliance so much.
I'm trying to see if it's at all related to the other Crossfire, but I don't think it is.
Yeah. Looks cool. Then we saw more Control Resonant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already talked about that. We saw Guild Wars 3 coming back.
Yeah.
Guild Wars 2, famous for its consistent support, its free to play. Well, you had to pay for it, but there was no monthly subscription.
Yeah, no subscription.
Which was a big deal back then when it came out. And its combat. Its combat was, so awesome.
Everyone still talks this day about
Yes.
Guild Wars 2's combat and
Yes.
how current leading MMOs don't like go anywhere in that direction. People wish they would like make another MMO that would replicate what Guild Wars. And they're like, well, don't worry, here's Guild Wars 3. We'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Thanos.
Yeah.
I'll do it myself.
I am curious. Like, I hope and imagine that this will just be like a standalone purchase and not a subscription.
I think it
thing.
will be.
Yeah.
I think it will be. That's Guild Wars
No,
MO.
but like with a cash shop of some kind, obviously.
Yeah, of course,
yeah.
cosmetics
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah.
For sure.
Paid early access, extra shit, all this shit. Yeah. Isla, any thoughts? You played Guild Wars 2 as well.
I played Guild Wars 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Next was Star Wars Galactic motherfucking Racer.
yes.
How long have I sat here and wanted pod racing? How many years? Non-stop screaming from the rafters. Give us pod racing, damn it. We're getting it. We're getting a full freaking game again, man. It's not Star Wars Pod Racer, but it is
Pod Racer
damn
and more.
close. Hey, Pod Racer and more.
Yeah, there's pod racing.
And
Yeah.
like narrative stuff, like how much they're showing about like the story.
So
like
Bulba's
yeah.
back.
There's like a campaign, absolutely campaign mode. I mean, probably it's the whole focus of this game. Yeah, I'm curious how that's gonna work. If it's just like very like just linear, or if there's gonna be any kind of like career building thrown in there. Like,
High stakes reinvention of racing born in the lawless outer rim of the Star Wars galaxy. The Empire's grip on the galaxy is finally broken, so that means it's probably after 6.
Yeah, they were showing one of the shots from
And with its
Awakening.
fall comes a new obsession: speed. As the New Republic struggles to rebuild, gambling, entertainment, and glory fuel a booming underground. Out of this chaos, the Galactic League is born, an unsanctioned racing circuit where syndicates sponsor pilots, fortunes are won and lost in seconds, and only the bold survive. No force, no prophecy, just skill, strategy, and the will to rise.
Hell yeah.
Look at this. They use our word.
What?
Slam. Shunt. Shunt. Remember Shunt from Burnout?
Oh
yes.
my God.
Slam, shunt, and take down rivals across varied circuits as you pilot land speeders, speeder bikes, skim speeders, and pod racers. The greater the risk, the greater reward. Join the Galactic Lead. Become Shade. So it looks like we're a person named Shade, a lone racer chasing revenge and glory. Build and customize your class. Pilot different classes of repulsor craft, each with distinct physics and play styles. Build a ride that showcases your style and gives you an edge. Battle rivals in multiple game modes. Ride solo through a story-driven campaign of shifting alliances or brave strategic PvP grudge matches where reputation rides with you. Climb the ranks and earn rewards. Escalating challenges. There it is. Fuck yeah, man. That's one of my favorite.
There you go.
That's one of my favorite things of the day.
It looked very good.
I love pod racing
exciting.
so much. I love episode 1, The Phantom Menace, so much. I love it so much. That is a perfect 3-act movie. You have Naboo Gungans, you have Tatooine pod racing, and you have the final Naboo battle with Darth Maul and space.
I like how you break it up like that. I like how that's how you. I like how you break it up like that.
3. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Perfect. It is. That movie is awesome.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yes, absolutely perfect.
All right, we're not gonna. Star Wars fans are insane. We're not gonna go down this road.
It's enjoyable. I'm not gonna say far from perfect.
End of Abyss was next. That's the awesome survival horror top down looking
Metroidvania style. Yep.
Last Harbor, Bahaba. I forget what that one was.
The what?
Last Harbor.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
I forget.
I feel bad as soon as we see it. We're like, yeah, one.
I know. This always happens. There's a million games today. Oh, is this the Dredge one? Oh,
Yeah, you were.
No, that's the other one, Dreadmore. Or whatever.
That's right. That's
this
Dreadmore.
is also a Dredge one.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're getting 2 Dredge games. Sign me up, dude. Sign me the hell up. I love it.
Did you go on like land and fight like zombies or something in this, right?
Yeah. Next, Virtua Fighter Crossroads. Got a shout out to my boy Yu Suzuki. I'm hoping Rio or Lon D make an appearance as a guest character in this game at some point. I think that would be the sickest shit of all time. We saw like there's more than fighting.
Yeah, there's
more than fighting
World
here.
Tour mode. They have a single player mode. That showed like more action oriented.
Yeah.
Like
Ong Bak vibes, dude, running through the streets, like dodging shit.
Yeah. I'm curious because, I mean, World Tour mode in Street Fighter 6 was, decent. It was a decent way to get like people to play who weren't invested in like the competitive multiplayer angle of this, of fighting games.
Yeah.
And seeing other games that are going to invest in that, I feel like is a very good decision because I think it's only going to help your initial sales, like, be a little bit like, bigger and more robust compared to if you just like, you can make a great technical fighting game, but like if you want broader sales and broader appeal, you have to invest in those single player options, which is like some of those games get criticism, especially as we always we'll constantly say it, Street Fighter 6 World Tour, but like Mortal Kombat's been doing it well for a while. Yeah.
Love that. Because, I would say other than like real-time strategy games, like fighting games, the barrier of entry is strong. You need to commit. You need to commit to be competitive. Like you go online and like it's tough. These games are tough. Fighting games are tough. Like people are good.
Yeah.
I always assume anyone I'm playing against in a fighting game, it's the only game they're playing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to compete with that.
You have to like
go all in.
Do ranked, train your way, climb the ladder. It's a lot of time and investment, and like statistically speaking, you're not gonna go very far in that way. So you might as well just enjoy it on a casual level.
Yeah.
But the single player stuff. One last thing, there was a shot in here where they're fighting, like, was it in a restaurant or some closed environment where it's like, I was like thinking of you.
The environmental kill.
Like seafood and like stuff like that. Oh, the electricity kill was sick, but like they're fighting indoors like multiple people. I'm like, oh, it's like a brawler at some point. It's like, okay, how are you going to handle that?
So sick. Next was RuneScape Dragon Wilds. Again, that's coming to PlayStation
Yeah, we talked about
Plus
that.
or whatever. Yep. Oh, God. Next.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This feels
You've been waiting for this
good.
one.
This feels good and unexpected. This is one of my favorite franchises of all time. Mafia. I love Mafia so much. This DLC, I'm not going to go into details. Don Salieri, of course. This DLC is actually what I thought the entire game would be, the Old Country would be. And it wasn't. They teased a little bit of Don Salieri in the Old Country base game.
All right.
Now this DLC, Man of Honor, we're getting that story expansion. We're getting more Don Salieri. Of course, he plays a huge part in Mafia 1. Old Country is a prequel. So that, as a lifelong fan of this franchise, we didn't even see any gameplay. That's just 10 out of 10 exciting. You know what I mean?
They got you hooked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like you see a Final Fantasy trailer and you just see like Vincent Valentine or
like,
some
you're
shit. You're
in.
just like, it's something like that. You know, you just see an iconic character, someone important, and you're like, okay, yes.
Expecting a lot of knife fights in this one.
Oh yeah. Switchblade Zyla
Switchblades,
coming in.
Hell yeah.
Then we saw 1666 Amsterdam from the creator of Assassin's Creed, the original creator who left shortly after 2.
Yeah, and they said they've been working on this for a while,
A long
too.
time. I'm getting strong
looks
Vampire.
cool
It
to
looks
me.
really fucking cool. I'm getting strong Vampire vibes a little bit. Just the tone of it. This like old timey, Vampire, you're a vampire. Here we're a witch. There's a prologue
Cool
out.
outfits.
Yeah, there's a prologue out now. I want to play.
Oh, yeah. So they were like,
I'm sure people watching or listening have already played it. Like, it was one of the only shadow drops of the day where it's like, hey, play this now.
yeah.
Isla, what do you think about this?
Hell yeah, dude. I want to play this. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I like Amsterdam.
Yeah.
I like witches.
Yep.
What could go wrong?
That's all you need. All you need is a premise. It's not that deep. Like, this shit looks cool. Let's play. Let's go. Looks odd. Dude, all these, like, black cats on this tree. I'm so
You
in.
play it. There's the little tease they gave of the demo. You were controlling them.
cat.
Again, I'm assuming they're witches familiars. They're familiar.
Sick.
But like, they were like, you need to play the demo because we're not going to spend time
I
explaining what this
love
game.
that. He's
how
like,
the
we're
game
going to let the
plays."
game do the
Yeah, let it
talking.
do- yeah. I was like, that's a good thing. If you're
Yeah.
not going to do like an extended gameplay demo, you have time to just let people play the demo. Yeah.
Next was Saw Genesis, a 3v1. It was giving
yeah.
me Outlast Trials vibes, but of course that's just 4-player co-op. This is a 3 versus 1. I was saying earlier, I haven't seen like the last 3.5 because there was like the weird spin-off one with Chris Rock. I haven't seen like the last 3.5 Saws. My lore is rusty as hell. I am sorry. Genesis though, and this World War I vibe, it almost looks like it's before everything.
Yeah.
There's like an element
like
before
referencing,
Saw.
like how we get to
Yeah.
yeah.
How we get to Jigsaw and all this. Or
Exactly.
Whatever
Wasn't there a
hell.
movie called Jigsaw?
Yeah.
Jeez, I can't.
Dude,
And there's one called Spiral or some shit.
the lore
Jeez.
gets absurdly insane. There's like 10 of these. Yeah. I've seen like 6. I'm behind, chat. I'm sorry. There was a Lords of the Fallen 2 commercial. That's still kicking. Star Wars Zero Company. A tactical.
This was. Did we
like
know about this before?
XCOM.
Because
I don't remember.
So this is what leaked.
Okay.
I think I don't know how, but like I saw a headline saying Star Wars. I thought it was like something else, but this is the XCOM Star
Yeah.
Wars. Like yeah, this is
Sick.
Yeah, Bit Reactor and EA, right?
Very
Yep,
cool.
there you are. Yeah.
Very cool. I'm not jaded with Star Wars. I saw Mando and Grogu in the theater, unlike a lot of people, because it bombed. I watched Maul Shadow Lord. Like,
People
I've
are high
seen
on that
Andor.
one,
I've
apparently.
watched it all. Like, Star Wars is just cool. I don't get crazy about it like a nutcase, because it is like the most intense fan base, like a rage-fueled fan base where like there is no pleasing them. It feels like sometime where like somebody's always pissed about something with Star Wars, and it's like, dude, it's fine, whatever.
So this is prequel trilogy era. 'Cause some of the designs look.
That's one thing about Star
feel like
Wars.
it's-
I will never
Those are
have
the
a grip on the
clones.
timeline.
Those,
Every
those are the
single
clone
time.
army looking thing. They look like it. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I can't say definitively that's a clone, dude. But like it
Yeah.
looks like from the prequel trilogy. It looks like,
Totally.
and the animated one. I can't remember right now.
Yeah. Isla,
Clone Wars. Sorry.
you like Star Wars?
Do I?
Mostly.
I would say not mostly.
Sophia loves Star Wars.
Sure.
Is she in for this?
I don't know.
Does she like XCOM shit, tactical shit?
She loves Baldur's Gate 3.
That's pretty.
I don't know
It's
if she's
not
played
really
a,
tactical,
she
but
hasn't
there's
played an
tactical
XCOM
elements.
to my knowledge. Yeah.
Okay. Is anybody in for that?
For Zero Company.
Yeah. Is that a skip for people?
Because I played XCOM, I enjoyed it. Mario and Rabbids, and the sequel Sparks of Hope, their XCOM version was really fun. I'm not sure if I would want to jump into a Star Wars one. I'm not saying it's not going to be good. It's just I'm kind of not really in the seeking another XCOM at the moment right now.
It's funny to me because I like tactics games, I like turn-based games, but Star Wars is not overly interesting to me. Something just being Star Wars anymore is not enough. It's not enough.
Fair.
Andor, I think, is great, but I have
10.
not yet seen Groglet, and I don't plan to.
Okay.
So it's
Chill. So it's lost its gravitas
yeah.
to a lot of people. That you're not alone there.
Not necessarily because of the loss of gravitas for me. Mando and Gorg was just coming way too late and probably didn't need to be a movie.
Fair enough.
That's just
fair enough.
bad timing.
It's better than you think.
A lot of the other stuff, I've been hearing positive stuff about the mall thing. Andor was fantastic. It's just I think they just need to figure out everything doesn't need to go to Jedi lightsabers and the galaxy's at stake. The pod racing game. It's that looks awesome. It's the backdrop of that, but it's also not world-ending stakes or universe galaxy-ending stakes. It's there are stakes, but they're more intimate, localized, more personal.
I think the biggest problem with Star Wars is it's really hard for that entire franchise, games, movies, shows, comics, whatever it may be. It is really hard for Star Wars to move forward.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another problem. Yes.
It is
Disney,
there's this magnet where it cannot break free of this orbit where it just cannot just go,
Disney Star Wars is toothless, and it feels like it's too the Dave Filoni thing. They worship at the altar of the wrong parts of Star Wars, not allowing any gray area, good versus evil. It's a fairy tale.
Acolyte was gray,
but George Lucas meanwhile was no, this is an allegory for Vietnam. It used to stand for something kind of, and it's like you said, it's just grinding its wheels to make money. Yeah. And I see through it more and more and more, the Disney engine. Sure. And it's been the problem in the MCU too, where it's just you're just doing this to crank out more stuff to make more money.
MCU's been 10 out of 10 the last year and a half.
I mean, they're getting back on track. Yeah, hopefully. But
I feel
Star Wars needs to do more Andor and less Groglet.
Yeah, I feel that. Next is one of my absolute most anticipated games of 2026. Blood of the Dawnwalker. From the director of Blood and Wine, Witcher 3, Blood and Wine. This is the vampire game. They gave us the sickest DoorDash ad up front.
Blood, dude.
DoorDashing blood to a vamp is the sickest shit I saw.
Which was also so confusing because later he's this is a flat, a glimpse of something that where this story will go. But for this game, we're showing it's in the past. And we're wait, this isn't from this game?
Yeah, it sounded like two different games,
yeah,
but
I
don't think. I think it's just an interview with the vampire type
it's a
framing device.
Yeah. That's what I think too.
We've talked a lot about this game over the last year or so. This is a game where there is a Majora's Mask-esque time limit kind of thing going on. Not to that extent, but there is a time factor. And a lot of very big choices. There's a ton. This is a game, Witcher style. This is even more so. This is a game about big choices, big narrative swings, a time element, and you are this vamp in the 1300s. It sounds so incredible. I'm so excited about this. It really is one of my most anticipated of the year. So I hope it delivers. I got a lot of expectations on this. High hopes. Then there was an Among Us
Oh yeah,
thing going on, like a single player game.
Yeah, it's like a scenario, like a story driven one.
Yeah,
and then they talked about the TV show, which I wasn't even aware of.
Yeah. Then next, Damiani, no spoilers. Don't look at the camera. Don't look at them.
What?
First Light DLC.
Oh,
First Light DLC. Don't even look at them. Don't look at them. Spoilers. This game just came out. It's already getting DLC.
I completed it. So,
yeah. So that's sick. Then Cyberpunk Edge Runners is coming to Wuthering Waves.
Yeah,
which is badass because I love Edge Runners so much. I cannot wait for season 2. I really want that. Then next was Monster Hunter Wilds Ascendance.
New expansion.
Full DLC.
Massive expansion. So
massive expansion. Iceborne style. They said that same thing with Iceborne.
like,
we always memed that. We always joked about that.
Like in the sky, they're going up.
I fell off Monster Hunter Wilds a lot quicker than Worlds. A lot. I'm hoping this gets me back in.
Yeah, and as I said, there's Switch 2 version development, so they're trying to come back.
Then was Hot Wheels Infinite Rush.
Hey.
This looked sick.
Yeah.
This looked so good. I need a Don take real quick for Hot Wheels. Can he give us a second for Hot Wheels hype? A little bit of Don in here.
The way he said "oh" made me believe he doesn't have an opinion.
Okay. All right.
He's coming. He
seemed pretty hyped.
He's coming.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't remember a lot. I just know, like, the last Hot Wheels game was fun, and the Hot Wheels tie-in that they did on whatever it was.
Like Forza, I think.
It was fun.
It was in, like, Forza or, like, Wreckfest or one of those or something.
He doesn't have headphones on. He can't hear you.
Okay. It looks sick as hell. Hot Wheels are awesome. Then I went to another racing game, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds crossover.
Yeah, the next season of...
Evangelion.
Yeah, like it's just starting to appear everywhere.
Yep.
Sorry, it's doing a lot of collaborations recently.
Then Attack on Titan 3.
Yeah, it's been
cool.
I would be curious to know how long it's been since 2, because it feels like 2 was the second game was recently, but I'm gonna wager that was probably like 5-6 years ago now, at least.
That was 2018, Damiani. Holy shit.
8 years ago.
Wow. Wowzers.
But they were pretty good. They were good. Omega Force, I believe, developed
that one has a 78 on Metacritic, dude.
Yeah, they're like solid 8 games.
Yeah.
They're really fun. Like, best game, like, captures the spirit of, like, using the omnidirectional mobility gear, whatever the official name of it's called.
Then was Clutch, another racing game.
Good title.
There was like a grappling hook. Like Chopper. That was weird and insane.
Fast and Furious moment.
Yep. Yeah. We love. We were talking about sick racing movies. Yeah. There's a big narrative.
Yeah, like huge narrative story for this. Yeah.
Then there was Chronicles Medieval. It looked like a big old Braveheart style battle. People just running at each other.
Oh yeah, what I thought was like chivalry or something. Like, you gotta work on your titles for some of these games. Sorry, a little feedback.
Then they did a Capcom sale. That was a cute little video. Then there was Pal World is finally out. I thought it was out this whole time. I'm sorry.
Yep. Or is coming.
Yep. And then, good Lord, we've been waiting a long time for Wolf Among Us 2.
Yeah.
It has been a long time coming. You know me, one of my favorite things of all time. When you announce a sequel or a new thing, you also announce a remaster. Yep. Wolf Among Us 1 remastered coming.
Good. Yeah.
There was a period in my life when I made a point to play every Telltale game. I played for a huge, not every single
like
one, but like there was a start and a stopping point where I was like, I'm just gonna play all of these games because I love them. The Wolf Among Us and The Walking Dead are the gold standard for sure. Wolf Among Us 1 is sick. And I've read all the Fables comics too.
Yeah. I've done at least 3 different events for these, like for Wolf Among Us and the Telltale games.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did a Back to the Future event. A preview, the Jurassic Park one before.
Yep.
And then I did a Wolf Among Us thing where they had like a whole setup for it, like when it was coming out. So like
one of the
crazy to
best
think
ones.
it's been like how long ago that was though, because that was Game Trailers days.
Yeah, this is like 10 years. It feels like. And then we knew it was in development.
Oh yeah.
Stellar Blade Blood Rain.
What a title.
Love this environment too, because Stellar Blade 1 had like pretty awesome environments, but also like a lot of rocky areas.
I was gonna say,
a
like,
lot of
this feels-
desert and rocks and
Is
shit.
this like very drastically different from what you see in the OG Stellar
There
Blade?
is a sick hub area town in Stellar
Okay.
Blade, and there are elements of like little facilities you go in, but like this is a full on like Mega City 1 freaking cyberpunk city, man. It looked awesome. I get as hyped talking about Stellar Blade as I do with Lies of P. These are two of my favorite like action games in the last 5+ years. Stellar Blade just feels good to play. That is my number one sell. That's the
Okay.
number one sell about Stellar Blade. It's
So
just
good
like
combat. All right.
it's just one of the best feeling games you can play. Like the dodging and the parrying and the combat of that game are like immaculate. I also love the music. And the story was pretty sick. People were like kind of discredited it, but I was like, dude, this story's kind of sick. Like, whatever. We're playing as a new character. The vibes feel awesome. I love this. It just feels a bit different than Stellar Blade 1, you know? It feels like a little more immersive. Like Stellar Blade 1 was more like, all right, go out, do, fight in these video game areas. Yeah. This feels like we're in a big, living, breathing city. It feels like a big sequel.
Yeah, I mean the shot they're showing now, like I wonder if it's like just a controlled environment shot, just like for the sake of like the trailer.
Yeah,
but
God, I love Stellar Blade. I love Stellar Blade.
I am it'd be very interesting to see a certain type of discourse around this game that was around the first game around the main character.
Sure.
Given outfits and everything like that. Especially given like
it seems like they addressed it. I mean, she's got like a tunic on or whatever.
There's a part where it just comes off and like it depends on what kind of shots. Plus, like
of course,
I'll say I'm gonna guess she looks a little younger than the previous character.
So young, dude. This made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, like we'll see. You know?
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm sure that they'll be like, she's really 700 years old, like the fucking classic anime, like. Excuse.
Yeah.
I think it's like, you can have young characters, just like you're presenting them, very
Yeah.
important, but also like gameplay, like
gameplay looks fucking
like,
sick.
True, you are right. Like combat wise, like you're doing all these moves. It's just like,
There's the shot.
Yeah.
And that, like, she looks 12, dude. It feels inappropriate. It feels inappropriate.
She does look
weird.
young. She does look young. I will accept that. I didn't even think about that.
I don't care if she's like a robot or an infinite goddess or something. Like, it's weird.
Yeah. All right. Well, I love Stellar Blade. I hope it's not weird when it comes out because that shit is fucking sick as hell. Next was Street Fighter 6 Year 4.
Oh boy, here we go.
Tifa.
Well, Tifa, but before that,
Tifa.
They announced like. A new set of characters. We got Yasmin.
Tifa's only 20, by the way.
Huh?
20 years old.
Yeah, but
Tifa.
she looks like an adult. Like, and also 20 is.
I was like, what?
All the characters in those games, like Cloud is 20.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you go with that.
What's your point?
Just like, I don't know. We're just talking about like ages of characters. People sexualize Tifa. That's what you guys are getting at.
I think it was more about
we're
like
getting at a different thing where it's
sorry.
if something looks young, even if the story is like she's really not, it's like but you're just making an excuse for something.
I mean, it wasn't even on my mind at all. I just think Stellar Blade is sick and like you're in a city fighting monsters.
You have been weirdly immune to the sexualization of Stellar Blade, which is fine.
Yeah.
You like it for the game. You read it for the articles.
I like the game.
You read Stellar Blade.
I like the game.
I would the sequel. Sorry, the real last thought is like I personally prefer. Sure, you're probably not gonna get away from like the sexualization, but like you can just age them up a little bit. So like while I'm playing, like I don't want to feel like a weird creep playing it. Like it's like it's still gonna have that aspect of it. There's no denying it, but it's 100%. Like. It's a little, to me, from my perspective, it's a little bit more acceptable if you remove that part, which is to me is problematic. But
I agree.
Yes, it's all nuance here.
Yes.
That's all we're talking about.
Yes.
A little bit of like nuance for it, and like they could have avoided this very easily. But I'm sure they have an explanation. They'll probably give us, kind of like Quiet had an explanation as well. But
you'll be ashamed of your words and deeds. Yeah,
but I mean,
Totally. But Street Fighter, year 4.
Sorry, yes.
Tifa and other characters.
For some reason, like I've been hearing Tifa been thrown around. I don't know if like were people
everybody
hearing
just
stuff
wanted
or just it was just some people that have wanted it forever.
Because they wanted her in Tekken,
which I thought this is something that people have wanted forever, and now you're getting Tifa in there along with I believe 3 other characters, so it's 4 characters being added. Maybe it's more. I'm not sure. They did show off a few of the other characters being added for the season.
Yeah,
and yes. Obviously, Tifa's going to get like the lion's share of the attention, but what they were talking about in terms of like making a Tifa a Street Fighter 6 feel like a Street Fighter 6 character and play, and even like bringing the materia, saying the materia system was going to be incorporated, and they alluded to like another thing which I thought was clearly like limit break system because they were like you have supers, you have ultimate, you have all that in Street Fighter, so it's like are they going to have this? She just have limit breaks, and how's that going to work? You know, is Dolphin coming in? You know, her Dolphin limit break. It's like okay, that could. I mean, that's just gonna reinvigorate. I mean, Street Fighter 6 feels like it has done very well for the most part, and this is like
year 4. I mean, shit.
Yeah, this is I think it's gonna be huge for them.
This is gonna be like another like resurgence of Street Fighter 6. It feels like.
Yeah, you know, keeping it going through like multiple seasons, like. It's a good sign of like how the game's health and everything like that. Yeah,
super healthy if you're getting Tifa in there. Speaking of Tifa, Damiani, let him cook. The final announcement. Okay, Jeff Keighley has redeemed himself.
You got the gameplay
from last year.
So there
has been redemption. He knew because he blew the lid off the final announcement, and they took a deep dive into Final Fantasy VII Revelation, the 3rd and final part of the remake trilogy.
Title.
We finally got
all the guesses were finally done.
So many guesses.
Revelation.
Yes.
There was like Returns was like the one people were like going for. Regenesis or all these crazy ones. Revelation feels like it makes sense. It probably would have been called Reunion of Crisis Core. Didn't take the remake of Crisis Core. Remaster didn't take that.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised how much we got. We got a reveal trailer. We got an extended gameplay look. They showed a lot, and it's very important stuff. I feel like they showed off without showing too much. And one of the things is the biggest thing they showed off was like the high wind and how it, like the world is gonna be like even more open world, like a bigger open world than ever before. How we explore it, and
Twilight
they're basically
Princess.
Skyward Sword / Tears of the Kingdom. You're jumping off, you're skydiving into the world below. You parachute in, you land. So I looked at I went through the gameplay thing. I looked at the shots. Like when you dive off, like in one shot, you see a giant part of the continent. So like insane. I'm like, how long is there? They didn't show it. If it's completely seamless, if there's gonna be a loading thing, a trick or anything like that. But in one of the shots they showed, this is very important because one of the biggest questions I have about this, since they said it was gonna be like high wind, going anywhere, vast open world, like we already have a lot of environments we've already been to. Everything in Rebirth, obviously Midgar and Remake. It's like, are we going back to the spots, and what are we going to be doing? So question number 1, are we going back to the spots? Yes. In one, they clearly said like outskirts of Midgar, but in one of the skydiving shots with Cloud, you can see he's skydiving into the grasslands from Rebirth. You can see like the landmarks. You see Bill's Chocobo Ranch. You see the windmill sediment that was there, and you can see one of the towers. So you do see the towers are there, but it's only in the grassland shot. I combed over it, so they showed 3 new zones. They showed Wutai, and they called it the Medial Archipelago, which is like Medial is a very crucial point in the story, but it's like the southeast part of the continent. But in those shots they show like traversal, exploring the environment. They show combat. But in any of those shots, I don't see any of that open world stuff that was in Rebirth. I didn't see the towers, didn't see like the life spring, any kind of those activities.
We didn't see Chadley.
They're hiding those. So like we don't know if that stuff is present or if they're doing new stuff, but there are towers in the old environment. So I'm like, the question is, what are we doing in the old environments? Are they just going to be there for the sake of like, they're just there? But one of the clues they did give us, one of the biggest reveals, is they showed weapons They showed the weapons. So we've seen their version of weapons, which are like kind of like generic looking, like giant like materia for like their core of their body.
Yeah.
We see 2 of them show up in one. It's the medial area, I'm pretty sure. One of them's in the distance, and like it looks like you're charging it, and then another one just like crashes through, and then you do this kind of like base combat thing where you're manning cannons and firing
what the
lasers.
hell was
It looked like the
that,
Monster
dude?
Hunter,
Yeah,
like
it reminded me of
what's
Monster
it
Hunter.
called? The thing where you have to like repel the hordes
use the
coming
big,
in.
like, drill?
Yeah, I was like, are they doing some kind of like thing like that? So they definitely are trying to like show how the game is gonna be a little bit different. We got to see. There's a lot that was shown off in the gameplay. One of the gameplay changes that I noticed is that in the previous 2 versions, each character could have 1 summon materia, and you could summon 1. This time around, I'm assuming you can have multiple, because in the summon menu for, I believe it was Cloud, you could summon up to 3 different of the whatever Aeons, Primals, whatever they're freaking calling this one. But they also had some kind of like special buff on them.
Yeah.
So like I wonder if summoning them, you can use them in combat like before, but is there going to be something extra added? That's a question mark right there. We got to see Sid and Vincent Valentine gameplay. We kind of knew they were coming.
Sid looked so fun.
Sid had his like aerial combat, very fast, could gap close very quickly, got the spear. He's a dragoon essentially. We had Vincent who has his transformation.
Looked like he could like lock down enemies because of his range shit. He was just like he like had a like artillery strike on an
enemy. Exactly. Sorry, Sid actually had so they're using generic icons, so you can't tell because it's coming coming to all platforms basically spring of next year. So multi-platform release, like big win for them.
Yeah.
But the icons were all like generic icons and look like there's any you can identify the platform. One of them for the actions had jump. So will Sid just be able to like manually jump in combat, to initiate? Because a lot of the other ones you just like if they're in the air they would track, and some abilities would launch you up, but
like
he had
Tifa's like uppercut.
Yeah, but I wonder if that because that's his thing is he's a big aerial combat person. So I'm curious about that. Vincent had his transformation into his
love how they all feel
his Galian form.
Like,
but like he had a special meter when he transformed into it that was like on a party list that was like kind of like building up, and I'm like he has how his limit break and his thing worked in the original one. I'm kind of like curious if that's gonna be one of the new things they're doing.
Yeah,
a lot of the menu stuff looked almost identical to Rebirth.
There.
Everything I like combed over it. It's like virtually identical except for we got a glimpse of one new system. It actually fits. It's called Fits. They actually said what it called, but it's outfits. But
dress spheres,
the dress spheres because they're jobs. They're literally jobs. Cloud, so all of them have freelancer.
Yeah,
and then Cloud had warrior, and Tifa had black mage, and so not only is it just like superficial because we've had different outfits for them before in Rebirth, they could change outfits at a certain point in the game, but they didn't do anything for the gameplay.
Yeah.
Now it affects their move sets. They get different move sets when they change to these different like outfits. So I'm like, that's wild. They showed Tifa in the black mage like hitting there was nothing on screen that indicated she'd casted like kind of like a fire spell, but it went out and exploded like a fire spell. I'm like, wait, is that her basic whatever attack is instead of like a melee punch now? I'm like, whoa, that's gonna be wild when you can change it up. Yeah.
Imagine all the possibilities if every single party member has multiple fits. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're probably gonna unlock everyone for every character at some point, but like I'm assuming it's gonna maybe be dictated by story that each one will have a certain one at a point to maintain balance. But I'm a freelancer. I'm gonna guess inherits part of those abilities because that's like referencing old Final Fantasy job system stuff. That is like classic stuff. Sorry,
10-2. Sorry.
Very
tired.
The weapon stuff, because one of the questions was we've seen generic looking weapons. They finally showed off the unique weapons, the iconic weapons we saw from the OG one. We saw Ruby weapon in one of the shots. It's like a desert area because Ruby weapon in the OG one shows up near Gold Saucer. So like in Remake and Rebirth, that's the Corel region, the desert prison area. So I'm like, are we gonna fight them in there? They show Ultimate Weapon at one point. I'm like, oh shit. They also show so the cannon, Junon cannon part.
Crazy.
So remember I said they didn't talk about any meta stuff.
Yeah.
One minor thing here.
Uh-oh.
So that's Sapphire Weapon. Sapphire Weapon attacks Junon and the Junon cannon. In the original version, the Junon cannon blasts its head off and it sinks and dies. In the trailer, it dodges it and fires off a counter shot.
Because it's learning from its past mistake
so it's like,
or some
shit.
It's learning from its past mistake.
Oh, I was like, okay. I didn't catch that the first time, but I double checked it. Like, wait, is that what? Because I said, oh, that's what originally happened. I'm like, wait, actually, I don't think that's what happened. Double checked when I was doing the note taking. So they did. There might be more meta nuggets in there. And then one of the last shots where they show like something coming out of the water, it's Diamond Weapon approaching Midgar.
Sick.
So it's like, dude, I've been waiting to see like the weapons, and it's like, are they gonna have any of the other ones? Because there's several other ones.
Yeah.
And there's ones that didn't even appear in the original version. Like Crisis Core had a Jade Weapon, Omega Weapon's another one that they introduced at a later point. They also showed. There's so much cool stuff in here. They showed a small clip of Chocobo, traversal.
Yeah.
But it was a yellow Chocobo, but it was using the Jetstream thing from Rebirth. And that was like the turquoise one in the Nibelheim region. That's one of like the later regions in Rebirth.
So maybe you can teach the Chocobo.
I wonder if the Chocobos can use the different abilities now, like to help, because that would make so much more sense for going back to old zones.
For sure.
About adding new kind of gimmicks for you to deal with in terms of like traversal puzzles and stuff like that, which would be really awesome.
Yeah.
What else do I have here?
Are you concerned at all that the only criticism for Rebirth was that there was so much? Are you concerned that they're gonna? It looks like even more. This game looks even bigger than Rebirth.
I think so. I feel like.
Is there any concern there at all?
I don't think so, because one, they haven't shown off that the original stuff are even returning. Mm-hmm. Like the tower still being there narratively makes sense. It'd be weird for them just to vanish without any reason. Yeah. But not having any new ones, they could be like, okay, we're doing something a little bit different this time. Like as I said, having the generic looking weapons appear in the environments, that could be something. Remember how you did do like the research, Chadley's research. And then like a more powerful enemy would come down and he defeated it. Maybe this is, instead of doing that, they're like, what if we had weapons that show up at different points in the game that just like start wreaking havoc in the individual zones, and you gotta like deal with them. Otherwise, you can't really progress in that like with optional stuff. Like I think they are taking some of the. My guess is that they took some of the feedback from the extracurricular activities.
Because they even said they're like, we know that Rebirth had.
I would say like I don't think like the summon mini game is probably gonna come back. Mm-hmm. I would say like Lifespring stuff probably doesn't need to come back. Like towers, they could find a different way to handle towers. Mm-hmm. But I think they're probably like. Most of the repetitive stuff, I would say they will probably find something different. Yeah. But there were like the unique quests, like the Gilgamesh artifact stuff that they did. I'm sure they'll find something new to do with that. They'll provide like something interesting to do in the environment activities. But I feel like I am forgetting something important.
It looks so damn good. It's coming to Switch 2, which is crazy.
Yeah, it coming to everything. Oh, sorry.
And being able to jump and land at any spot, they said. That is crazy. Anywhere you just pull up and you just jump out.
Yeah, I think this is fantastic because like it was a oh shit moment in Rebirth when you get the tiny Bronco in a certain late chapter. And all the previous zones you were going to that were very, like, they flowed into each other, but they didn't feel seamless. And all of a sudden, it's like, wait,
so much freedom.
I can go to any one of these zones. Like, oh, they're laying the foundation for
Tifa
where we're going to be going.
coming in on a parachute is just, like, so jolly.
Yeah,
dude.
like, I'm like, oh, man. Like, but sorry, we're not talking about, like, what's going on screen in some of these. Like, the visuals of these. Like, seeing, like, the new regions. Like, Wutai looks so good. The Yuffie traversal stuff, like incorporating that. They show we talked a little bit like Mediel. I thought it looks kind of like a Gongaga region, it's like a tropical region, but they had like Shinra has like I guess it's Wutai or Shinra has a presence there, and like what's going on with that. They clearly are showing Northern Crater, like the like Northern Lights looking section, like they come into that part. And that's like a big pivotal thing. They do show them in one shot where they have their parachutes on the ground. It's all snowy. If you follow the original one, it feels like the next logical spot they might be going to could be a snowy area. But like
snow.
again, they showed a good amount about like how the gameplay might be evolving. Like I got
showed a
confused.
lot.
I got confused. All the stuff on here, the HUD is identical, even the limit
love
break
that.
bars. So you had up to limit break 3 in the original in Rebirth. You had to do like the synergy attacks to meet the conditions. Some would like make free MP. Some would like give you an extra ATB bar. Some would make your limit break go up a level. And if you did 2 of those, you could get to like limit break 3.
Hell yeah.
I'm probably like that felt really good. Again, like
Vincent's
Vincent's aiming.
gameplay finally was so sick.
Barrett also had like shooting. Having Vincent do that as well is like pretty nice.
The environments just look so good.
Yeah, I would say like the environments look very good. And they're showing the ones I think
Vincent might count as a fireball from the hand too. By
Sure.
I would feel very strongly that they probably did that for sure.
Yeah. I
think they did a good job of getting like people like a good teaser, showing off enough new stuff mechanically and gameplay wise without going too crazy. Like the most crazy thing was the little tidbit about how like Sephiroth has summoned Meteor. So like that's the thing. Are we dealing like Majora's Mask, or like is there going to be like a sense of like urgency because Meteor has been summoned?
And devs have struggled since with open world games maintaining the stakes of the main storyline. We think of The Witcher 3 often. We joke about we got to save Ciri. Let me just play a game of Gwent, And Rebirth too. It's like you have this huge world-ending, like really important mission, but it's like, let me go do 100 side quests and then finally come back to it. Would a time limit change that?
I don't think
give you a little more urgency.
I don't think there's going to be
so
I don't know if there's going to be a timeline. I highly doubt it. I think this is it's just for narrative purposes.
Just a vibe of because, there it is.
There is this part of the game after where we got at the end of Rebirth. If you follow the OG thing, there are a few more story beats that like have to be like should be followed probably. But a lot of that part, the most optional stuff I feel like opens up after a certain point in the late game where you can miss a ton of stuff. And I'm very curious about if they're gonna redo that stuff to become more integral to the narrative, or if they're going to, because of the nature of the game, like the high wind being able to explore, like we want to have as much optional stuff as possible. Yeah. Because that was, you said as a complaint, like Rebirth, if you felt like you had to do everything, that game felt like 100+ hours.
Yeah. Dude, I still haven't I was just talking about that with Don, where I'm like, I still need to finish Rebirth because I got lost in the chapter, the Costa del Sol part.
Yeah, the side
like
stuff.
Wandering around.
It just goes on and on and on, for sure.
I wonder if they're going to be like, hey, there is a ton of optional stuff. You really do not have to do it if you just want to stick to the story. Like they might be a little bit more heavy-handed this time, saying like, here's the high wind, go explore, but like here are points of that will advance the story if you want to advance the story, if you don't want to do all this other stuff. Sorry, I got really distracted because if there's any chance, there's one menu shot with Kate Sith in the background. I need to see the shot again because it looked like Kate Sith had 2 faces. It was freaking me out for a second. It's in the shot where like it shows Cloud in the menu. We can keep talking while you find it, but when you get to that, can you let me know? Yeah, sorry.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah, they teased a little bit about the narrative, but like they clearly have so much they're not showing.
Yeah,
there's so much stuff that we know that has to be in it that they're just not showing. Okay, before Tifa. Yeah, what the heck is? Yeah, can you frame back that? When she vanishes, what the hell is going on with Kate Sith back there? See that? What is the two-face shit?
I think he's making like a face.
No, it's. Oh,
yeah,
I
just
thought it was
one face.
I thought it was like 2. Oh my gosh, sorry.
Yeah,
it was freaking me out for a second. I was like, what is going on over there? Sorry. Very excited. So much more I need to see though that I'm very excited to see.
Q1, Q2, 2027.
So they said
up.
spring. So that means probably March or later.
Dude, fits. Final Fantasy Black Mage confirmed.
I mean, I'm
Black Mage.
I cannot. I mean, because Barrett has a suit that's probably like a paladin or something, or maybe not. Kate Sith had some kind of outfit on as well. I think it's fantastic that they're adding more outfits and tying it to the gameplay as well.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very exciting.
Keighley redeemed himself. Keighley redeemed himself.
Oh, anyone have any more like questions or
No,
thoughts?
Damiani, all I wanted to do was hear you spit about it because you're so passionate about it. Final Fantasy VII Remake is just like one of the best possible RPGs you can play as a consumer in my mind. Like, it's just immaculate vibes. It's the production value is off the charts. Every time I play a Final Fantasy game, I just like smell the money because it's like so high budget.
Yeah, like it's. I feel like if they could just improve on any of the shortcomings, even Rebirth, like this, get like just knock it out apart. And again,
and the story is just like the build up, right?
Time out.
The culmination. This has been a long build up.
Huge anticipation.
Let alone not even getting into like the meta implications, but just like what we've played. You know, I'm a fan of not binging. I'm a fan of like playing something or watching something and sitting on it and thinking about it. Like this has been a years long journey now. Like it's gonna be emotional. This is going to be so emotional.
The OG trailer narrator VO guy came back and did it, and it said like, you know, the promise has been made, but said like now that he said the promise has been delivered.
Yeah,
it's like
dude,
it's
chills.
all like culmination.
Full body chills.
I do think a large part of this will, for some of us like me, will a little bit ride and die in like how they stick the landing with the meta stuff.
Sure,
I will say it is pretty.
There's a lot of expectations.
That is a lot of like that's a lot riding on that. And then like the stuff they haven't shown that like we expect to be in there. Like, sorry, these are obvious things. If you haven't played the original one, I apologize if these are light spoilers. But like, is like Knights of the Round has to like there has to be like Knights of the Round.
You've got to have
like,
Knights of the Round.
They showed some of the weapons. Are they?
There's no way they omit Knights of the Round.
Like,
Damiani.
Yeah, they showed the story important weapons, but like, is Emerald Weapon gonna be in there? Are we going underwater? Is there gonna be snowboarding that they teased in the Gold Saucer under construction? Like what?
That's actually a good question.
Like,
They've got to
have like the other. There's other mini games that we're getting all those. Like there's quite a bit.
Will Queen's Blood return?
Yeah, and like what's returning? And it's
because
like,
when Fort Condor returned in Rebirth versus Intergrade, it was nerfed. I didn't like it as much because you had pre-builds, whereas in Intergrade you could build your own army.
Are you talking about? Sorry, you said Intergrade.
Fort Condor.
Both?
Fort Condor.
Yeah.
The Intergrade version was better than in Rebirth. Rebirth had like predetermined sets of armies fight. I didn't like it nearly as much.
Those ones I didn't have. The one that always gave me trouble was I hope it does not return is the robot one.
Oh my god, that was so hard.
That one I had to like look up some stuff because you had to give like gambits and stuff. I was like, we don't need that to come back. That one was a miss for me.
All right, Final Fantasy. I'm going as fast as I can. Chat wants us to go forever, don't you, chat? Don't listen to Isla rushing us.
I'm not rushing you.
Right? Calling you out.
No, I'm thinking of Dawn having to be here all night and sleeping not at all before tomorrow, holding a camera for you all day.
You're a good human. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dawn. I'm sorry. We're just so hyped. It's Final Fantasy. You know?
I wasn't rushing you through Final Fantasy. I'm rushing you through all the other stuff.
We're going to rush through this for sure. We're going to rush through this. Day of the Devs.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Day of the Devs is here. We've got Blood Dungeon. That was first. That was cool. It looked like the Nidhogg crew, right? The Nidhogg creator.
Yeah.
Was that? It looked really awesome.
Yeah. So it's Spelunky meets Vampire Survivors.
Yeah. Next was Fenebris Somnia, right, Isla?
Fenebris Somnia.
Punch you in the throat.
Isla, I do want to hear you spit about
pixel art and FMV, dude. This looks sick. I hope it's good. The FMV looks cool. The pixel art looks cool.
I feel like
this looks sick as shit.
Isla, I literally
no Gen AI.
No
legit practical makeup for like and effects for these creatures. Awesome.
I feel like this is exactly your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Like an adventure point and click and FMV combined. Like this is Isla the game.
I'm so excited about this. I would make a game like this. This seems fun.
Yeah. Mr. Records was delightful. This is like a rhythm.
Yeah.
A rhythm
Oh, I stepped away for this one. Sorry.
Part rhythm game, and then you
Platformer.
manage a record store.
Yeah,
Right,
that part.
Managing a store again.
Yes.
But like the rhythm levels look cool, and
Yeah.
they have.
It's like the Earthbound visuals.
It looks so cool.
Very
And they made all the music themselves.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
nice.
33 Immortals is finally coming out 1.0 really soon. I really, really love this game. I really do. I have put it on the back burner for a while because it's been early access. I played. You know me. I don't play early access.
We played a little bit of it.
I did.
We did.
Yeah, and I kept playing it for like a month and a half or 2 months early access. I don't usually do that. And then I was finally like, I'm going to wait.
Breaking the rule.
I know. Finally coming out. Dreadmore, another fishing dredge type game. This one I like even more than the other one. This one looks really fun. Can't wait. There's a lot of crafting, fishing, a little bit of a horror element. Threads of Time looked incredible. It was the Skies of Arcadia, Chrono Trigger looking, retro JRPG vibe.
HD 2D vibe.
HD 2D looked super good. You're going through different eras in time like Chrono Trigger.
Very cool.
N plus Infinity times 2 looked wild.
Oh yeah. Online, but
Yep, co-op thing.
also they said like there'll be a single player training thing.
Into the Unwell, low key, one of my most anticipated games.
This looks sick.
Yep, you are like a alcoholic cat in a rubber. What was it? Rubber hose.
Yeah, Rubber Hose roguelike.
Rubber hose. Yeah, it is. It just the vibes are right here. I am so jazzed on this game. The next one was Bub. This one was the
Bub.
This one was the absolute most emotional.
Oh yes, this
one by far.
Holy crap.
The creator got like ALS during develop. What's up?
Multiple sclerosis.
MS. Yeah, not ALS. MS. I'm sorry. Got MS during development and like couldn't even do art and was just like getting close with his friend. The fact that this game is even still coming out after that diagnosis is freaking awesome. It's just like really inspired. A tale of New York, like really loving the city that they live in, I think is really cool. So yeah, that one hits hard. And it just looks like nothing I've ever seen before. How do people keep doing this? How do we have decades of video games and you keep coming out with ways to look different and be unique? It's just so awesome. Lazy River was after that. One of Don's favorite things in humanity, he said.
He wants a lazy river with fog.
Yeah. Lazy River definitely looks
it does
like...
have fog.
Yeah.
When you pee in the thing.
Oh my God. And then the zombies come out.
It makes you a zombie.
Yeah. Definitely an Easy Ally stream. 100%. Look forward to that. Next was Prove You're Human. We had seen that before with the giant... Yeah, the giant AI creature. Then there was Ithaca. This looked like Keep Driving vibes. You're on a road trip, and you have little
but you're trying to
RPG elements.
Figure out something, but like as you earn experience points to like change your personality. Or something.
You get little.
But it changes how you can advance in the story.
Totally. Yeah, it looked really cool. I love a road
You're
trip.
like an environmental activist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a premise. Yeah.
Super cool looking game. I'm very intrigued by that one. Of course, one we've seen for a long time. It was nice to get an update for Screenbound.
Oh, yes. Heck yeah.
This is the one where you have the Game Boy.
They showed like a new cartridge, right?
Yeah.
The top down was the big
So the first cartridge was like Mario style. The
Yeah.
next one is Zelda style.
Which
what else
was
they
news
got.
to me, like that they're gonna have cartridges that change the perspectives and change the game.
Yeah.
That was new.
I had
didn't know
no idea.
Yeah. More
This
ambitious.
looks like it can just it has potential to just be like such a hit.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where I'm like, how do you make this? Like, how does this game actually work? It's wild. Shot One Fighters looked cool. I've never heard of a fighting game roguelite.
Yeah. We were talking earlier about single player fighting game modes. Like, this is like, I'm surprised no one is like, you were talking about how people come up with these art styles in games. Like, people still coming up with like, blending multiple concepts to come up with something that feels unique and original. It's like a fighting game that like is a roguelike. What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And
Really
you're like
cool.
drafting new moves or something.
Build your move set. That is sick. That
I wonder
is
if
so
you build
sick.
your moveset as you go every run.
I think
or if
so.
It's persistent. Like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Fighting a fridge.
Weaponized fridge.
Yeah. Apple Crumble, Isla.
Dude, Looks sick as shit.
Apple Crumble was really cool. She was delightful.
Yeah,
of course,
the lady was very fun.
Of course, Easy Allies has full playthrough Duck Detectives, and we love those games. They are amazing. And this one, your whole family is trying to murder your grandma, and it's Knives Out vibes. You have to like figure out the mystery and who's gonna do it and stop them. Really cool premise.
Yeah, really neat.
Then there was Slap Out of It.
Oh god.
You're slapping fools, slapping butt cheeks, slapping TVs, slapping switches. Crazy. Damiani, you've been there since day one. Ukulele. We're getting a super ukulele cart.
Should recontextualize that. As a day one, people have been there since people kickstarted the original game.
Sure.
I was like intrigued when it was announced, but I did not back that game or anything like that. And I haven't fully played the replay version, but the OG one I wasn't too. I thought it was like okay.
But Impossible Lair,
But Impossible Lair was like a good like slightly changed direction, still a platformer, but like mostly a side-scrolling platformer.
Yeah.
And had like at the time like the Mario 3D World, like the map environments like you can interact with and like light like traverse like puzzle solving in that, opening like different paths. And now a new one.
Yeah.
Which is
Super Ukulele Cart, SNES style. I missed that the first time around. 8-player split screen. What the hell?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
wild.
8-player. What has that ever been done before? 8-player split screen.
In this type, I don't know, but I mean, 8-player has probably been
games,
done before. Yes.
8-player split screen. I can't think of
I don't
any
know
examples.
about split screen.
Yeah.
Actually, split screen. I don't know.
That
but,
is crazy.
Smash,
Look at that's
Smash
insane.
Ultimate. You could have like what 16
Quake?
people playing on a single screen, but it wasn't.
The
Quake.
Quake one let us do a bunch.
Good call.
Was it?
Then there was Into the Fire, the firefighting game.
Yeah,
that was
good.
that was a cute little dev diary. You know, them pretending there was a fire running out. This game looks cool. I'm excited about this one. I'm excited to put out fires and like go into the environment, come back, upgrade my gear or whatever it may be. Trine 6.
Oh yeah.
Coming up.
More teammates looks like.
Yep.
Seems cool.
Yep.
Is it called like Back in Time?
Together
or back
in Time.
Trine?
Together
Or
in Time.
It's time, not
Trine
Together in
6
Trine?
Together in Time.
Why do
Yeah.
you call it Together in Trine?
And then what closed out the show unexpectedly was When Sirens Fall Silent from the makers of Martha is Dead, a game I
Heavy
finished
one.
and which is
Heavy one.
also getting a film adaptation. I learned. I did not know that. Martha is Dead is a slow burn post-World War II psychological drama walking simulator thing. Cool little game. This one looks even better. This one looks really sick. When Sirens Fall Silent. Again, just a very heavy story narrative driven experience. Definitely going to be heavy. Okay. We did it. That's phase 1 of the podcast. We're going to go through
Phase 1.
Jeez. Don, I'm sorry. I love you.
He loves you too.
Good. Okay. It is time for Love and Respect.
Love and respect. My once a year time I get to actually hear Rufus.
Hell yeah. Didn't mean to call you out, Ali. You were only thinking of Dawn.
Just doing my job, you know?
Just keeping us on track. All right. From Matt Curran. What's up, allies? I recently played through Fire Emblem Path of Radiance for the first time.
NSO, probably.
The game's protagonist, Ike, is like one of my favorite gaming characters. As I went through Path of Radiance, I couldn't help but think of how much like Ike reminded me of Huber.
Oh.
Ike is determined, kind, always stands up for his friends and those in need, and always offers encouragement if someone is struggling. He also detests the royalty shareholders and has a tendency to blurt things out at inappropriate times. Are there any gaming characters that remind you of your fellow allies?
Oh.
Gaming characters that remind you of your fellow allies. When I think of Jesse Faden, I think of Isla.
Aw.
Yeah.
Just because I dressed as her that one time?
Well, just the vibe, just like the confidence, just like the leadership element.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I think of. Confident leader.
I feel like if I was in an oldest house kind of situation like that, I would react in a similar way where I would just be like, huh, okay.
Yes.
Guess we got to deal with this now.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Trying to think of. Trying to think of something for Bloodworth.
Yeah.
What, come on.
Yeah.
Gotta be one for
There's
obvious
gotta
one for
be.
blood, and I'm like, wow, nothing.
Bloodworth wishes we thought of Geralt. Yeah. He wishes. He wishes.
It's totally girl. Obviously, absolutely, without a doubt.
There are a lot. I know that this happens a lot because like so many times in games, I do this.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, just like obviously Shenmue makes me think of you, not particularly because you're kind of like that main guy, but Persona character. Oh no, yeah. What's the best friend in Persona 5?
There we go.
Ryuji.
Ryuji.
I was like trying to think like
the
Huber
most
Persona.
Huber-
What's the name of Ryuji?
That's the most Huber
There
character.
you
of all
go. That's
time.
absolutely Huber.
For sure.
100%.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I think of Blood with like one of the Star Fox guys, like one of those.
Peppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peppy hair.
Happy, oh my God.
Or the general guy.
Yeah.
General Pepper.
Yeah. I think of Damiani when, like, obviously Zelda is, like, so attached to your DNA. But, like, honestly now, dude, whenever I think of Raiden, I think of you. Like, all the time, dude. I feel like you and
vengeance.
Raiden are, like, connected. Jack the Ripper.
Let her rip.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That was from Matt Kieran, a.k.a. Hickar W.
I just think of Don all the time. so
Same.
it's everybody.
Wave race, Don.
Wave race.
Wave Race. Avatar. Honestly, dude. Any Navi. Garrett Holefish. Before I ask a question tonight, I was watching Dropout's latest episode of Game Changer.
Hell yeah.
What is that I hear on repeat? Why, it's the same jingle Easy Allies plays whenever they play a game.
Oh, really?
Must be the same music license you have. Now, on to the question. When you crave fast food, what's your go-to order?
30-second
For
limit.
anyone or just me?
Anyone.
You guys go first.
My go-to, honestly, it's basic. It's not that exciting. Lifetime go-to staple #1 Big Mac meal at McDonald's.
That's a good one.
That's just
that's
like that's my staple there. The Big Mac meal. If I'm not craving a Big Mac, I'll do a 10-piece nugget meal. Those are the staples. Cane's obviously, but like overall, it really is the Big Mac.
Okay, that's a pretty solid one.
Yeah.
When on cheat days, when for whatever reason, like I feel like I ate too much during lunch and I need a smaller dinner, and I can't and I'm struggling thinking and I just want to get something, I will sometimes just go to like Big Mac and fries. Like I will just do that. It's like nothing complicated. It's not the greatest, but like it's usually pretty satisfying.
It is
for me. So it's like, although I will say lately that Big Macs have been getting worse and worse, so like it's not as consistent, but it had been like something.
The patty is like different now. It feels
it's like less. There's less meat and there's mostly bread, and it's like the sauce kind of like is the thing that carries it anyway. So it's like
I feel like there's less meat, more sauce now. They're like drenching it in the sauce.
Yeah.
The patty's smaller. Yeah. Isla?
I don't often get fast food, but when I do, I suppose I get nuggets or tenders.
Yeah.
I'll get, I'll go to like a Dave's Hot Chicken or a Wendy's or something
Dave's
if I
Hot
have
Chicken.
to.
Dude, Wendy's nuggets, underrated.
Yeah.
They used to be very good. I haven't had them forever though.
Yeah.
Salty.
Wendy's fries are so salty.
So salty.
Otherwise, Fat Burger, they take a little longer. I'll hit that sometimes, but not often.
Fat
anymore.
Burger.
Yeah, not often anymore though.
Yeah.
I don't do as much fast food. I'll order like Gabby's Mediterranean or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Zanku or whatever.
Shout out to Cane's. Probably get it on the way home tonight.
So I had
30 seconds or less.
I had
30 seconds or less.
Before we flew out here Thursday evening, dinner went to Cane's. The
naked ones?
Naked dinners. Yeah.
And they're good?
I've had them before.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
They're like not once a week. I'm trying. I do it like every other week because I think even though they're better, like even the cane, they get less cane sauce. I still think like should probably keep that to like every other week just because of the cane sauce.
Avoid
but
fast
like,
food when you can.
Also, like anything that's like processed, it's like let's try and like do a better job of avoiding more processed food. Like trying to do a better job of that.
Yeah.
I didn't give you an answer because like I actually cannot think about there's so many different options I like. I don't know what my like one absolute go to thing is.
Yeah.
And I'll keep thinking about it. If I give you one because like no, there's just too many. Like I like variety. I don't like going back to a same thing all the time.
What hath we unleashed, Isla?
Yeah, don't just cut him off.
We'll circle back, though. Yo, we got all weekend. We got all weekend. We'll be here.
Tomorrow night.
It's
midnight.
Let us
It's
know
midnight
Tuesday.
tomorrow.
Let us know Tuesday.
We'll circle back
Tuesday
tomorrow.
when it's 1 a.m.
Yeah. From JG Wentworth, 877 Cash Now. Hey, allies. Loved the new betting special. Thank you, Don. Shout out to Don for editing that beast of a thing. Shout out.
He's pumping his little fist in the air. And he says, shout out to Huber.
Well, what is your favorite bet you've come up with for one of those specials? Mine is probably, will a big boy slip?
That's probably the best.
Mine is, will Kojima reveal himself? That's one of my favorites. I love that one. I love that
Which
one.
ones I've come up with. I know one year you asked for one, but I can't even remember what I submitted.
I really like whenever we have to like deliberate on the needlessly nebulous wording of a bet.
Yep.
Like that's always funny to me.
Gabby had a good one. Didn't she come up with the how many witches? I think that was hers. She was like, how many witches will there be?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the will Phil Spencer apologize was really funny.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, it was witches and frogs. Yeah. Yeah, and then a big boy actually slipped. It was great.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the frog counter.
Apologize is so funny. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, how many times will people will Jeff Keighley touch someone?
Yes.
That was funny.
So good. So fun. Those
They're
are
a
so
lot of
fun.
fun. Anytime they're like super weird ones that make us like look for weird stuff.
Yeah.
Like stuff where if people are watching and they don't have that context, are watching us, and
Like,
they
what are
just
they
see us
talking
suddenly
about?
freak out because Jeff touched someone's shoulder.
Yeah.
Anything like that is funny.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I liked-
Blanca flipping, that was a funny
I liked the brooches one this year,
Oh,
even though there
yeah.
were only a couple. That was a good one. That was a fun one. Okay. By the way, before we get to this week's bets, Easy Allies patrons are getting 2 bonus love and respect questions. They are good ones. They are about revivals, like legendary games and movie quotes. Actually, yeah, something we love at Easy Allies. So if you want to get in on that extended cut, 2 days early, sorry. Consider becoming a $5 patron at patreon.com/easyallies. It helps all of this continue on. It'll get us back here next year for Summer Game Fest. It'll get us to the Game Awards in December. You get an ad-free version of this podcast 2 days early. You get into the official Discord where everyone's having a good time doing countdowns and stuff, like legendary lists. You can submit questions to Love and Respect, and we need your support, so get in there. And if you really want to help us out, you can join one of our producer tiers. Starting at $25, all of our producers get their names added to the monthly podcast credits, read aloud by Brandon Jones. Our platinum producers get a shout out on this podcast each and every week. This month's shout outs go to Jabawabs, El Thanis, and Lizard Wizard 64. Shout out. Now come join us on Patreon for those bonus questions at patreon.com/easyallies. We don't have a bet this week because we have a betting special, so we're taking the week off there.
Bye week.
Yep. But last week's bet, the State of Play, happened. We asked how many sequels or prequels will we see at the State of Play? Wait, was it the State of Play?
State of Play. Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Oh shit, you counted for
I counted
SGF.
wrong. I fucking counted wrong. I'm so sorry. Holy shit.
Bring up the YouTube playlist.
Holy
Yeah, we're
shit.
looking right now. Hang on.
Boncho
Rayman Legends sort of counts.
remastered. I don't think a remaster counts.
It's retold though, but Legends was a sequel.
Okay. All
It
right.
just says C.
Okay. All right, we'll count it. Let's count it now because we're feeling good. Rayman counts. Boncho the Chef counts. Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis.
It's a remake of the first game, right?
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Dynasty
Dynasty Warriors 3.
That counts. Onimusha counts.
Onimusha counts.
Silent Hill
Townfall
counts. Ace Combat
Combat
counts. That's 6. Control counts. That's 7.
7. Marathon is technically a sequel, right?
That's 8.
RuneScape is a sequel.
9.
Onimusha Dawn of Dreams is a sequel. Until Dawn
10.
2 is a sequel. God of War Laufey is a side cool sequel.
12.
So even more.
So 12. It doesn't change anything. The winners are both Dawn and Isla because they had the high at 6.
Okay.
So
You said
regardless,
6.
yeah, regardless they won. Even if you don't want to count a couple of those, they still took it because the next closest was Damiani and the wild card at 4.
And the wording was just how many will we see?
Yeah, exactly.
So new, old,
Yep.
whatever, just
Yep.
saw them.
So Dawn and Isla take those points, bringing Isla on a roll here. Isla has tied me for the lead with 8. The two-time defending World Series champion LA Dodgers and the Capable Idea both have 8. Dawn right behind Strawberries and Cream with 7. Damiani with 3, Wildcard with 2. There it is. Long way to go. We're barely even halfway through the year. Alrighty. Promotions, obviously the betting special. You can get caught up on that before we do the results show, which will be sometime in a week or two. The day one impressions will be tomorrow night after the show. We got to be at SGF bright and early 9 a.m. It is going to be a long weekend, so settle in. Please be here on twitch.tv/EasyAllies for all of the festivities in the evenings. We're going to go to Summer Game
Just
Fest.
Saturday
Just
evening.
Saturday.
Just
evening.
Saturday evening.
But we have reactions on Sunday.
Yes, for Microsoft.
Xbox and PC Gaming Show.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then more impressions on Tuesday.
Yes.
We'll figure out what time we're going to start that. It's definitely going to take over group stream for that day, but we'll probably start earlier than group stream slot. We will have a special guest also. I don't know if he's joining for the stream or if we're just shooting something, but yeah, that'll be really cool too.
So check out all that good stuff. Be right here tomorrow when the show is over. It's going to be epic. We're going to talk about games. It's going to be sick. Isla and Dawn won, so they get to shout out to anything that's on their mind this week. They get the final word on anything they disagree with, want to reiterate, or just popped in their head, and they get to sign off with their trademark sign-off. Go!
We say shout out video games.
Yeah!
And our final word is video game. Good night and good game.
Love that.
You recommend that over any Grand Theft Auto?
Why are you doing this, Karen? Why are you doing this?